this.
Yeah. This is unfortunately a
Blame me.
dictatorship, which, you know.
Well,
I didn't realize you were a cotton carb, Sneaky.
What?
Huh?
Dictator. Carb. Keep up.
No,
Yeah,
son,
whatever you
just
say,
cut
habitual
off.
dick sucker.
Eat shit.
Ah, yes.
Can't even steal good jokes. The Louisiana way. Anyway. So today, gentlemen, I have a work story for you. So, part of our policy, whenever a user does a fucky wucky, which is in this case, sending their
Technical
fucking
term.
password over email plain text.
No.
no, God, why?
Yeah.
Please tell me it was a failed phishing attempt.
No. No, this was from the primary of the company. So, they send us an email saying, hey, blank has forgotten their Microsoft password. Can you reset it to insert password here, which is already their login password for the following services?
Oh.
And so I send them back an email. Yes, we can reset it. I have reset every password associated with this user to this new password. And I have told them over the phone what that password was. Not over email. And they're like, well, why do they have to all be reset? I was like, because you sent the fucking password over the goddamn plain text in an email. And I'm sitting here thinking, why were they so fucking stupid? And I'm reading the whole email chain because, of course, this is something that probably, Atin has a lot of experience with, is they forward you an email that's like halfway into the chain of like 12 people talking to each other, and you're like, I don't understand what the fuck's going on.
And you don't even have the attachments because I never reattach shit.
Yeah. So I'm scrolling through the email chain that they forwarded to us, and wouldn't you fucking know it, earlier in the chain, someone else posted that password. And do you know who that someone else was? The competing IT company that we co-partnered with for this company.
Who?
And I'm just
So
like,
everybody
I
fucking
fucking
knows
hate
the
these
password
people.
now.
Yeah, pretty much. So anyway, yeah,
well,
we changed
the
it.
competent IT team.
Yeah, didn't do that. Yeah. I fucking hate them so much. The only reason why this company that we're with goes with them is because they're cheaper, and they don't want to. So we used to, back in the day, charge per device, per user, and per server, right? And so what a lot of our clients did was they would obfuscate how many users they had and how many devices they had and how many servers they had.
And
this, they don't want to pay for them.
Right, of course. And then it always comes crashing down on their head when one of them calls in, and then we add them to the roster permanently. And then because they're so busy obfuscating, this was another really funny thing that happened, is because they were so busy obfuscating what people they actually employed from us, is they also wouldn't tell us who to remove from their list when they fired them. So they were paying for people that hadn't been employed by them for years.
Love it.
It's like, congratulations, you fucking retards. Anyway,
I'm 90% certain that constitutes fraud.
On their end?
As well
yeah,
as
well,
contract
yeah.
dodging.
Yeah, well, that's... Yeah.
Those are easy slam dunks in court.
Oh, yeah, totally, if we wanted to do that, but,
You don't take your client to court over that kind of shit because you lose customers in the long run.
Yeah, pretty much.
Not over anything below a certain monetary value. Now, if it,
We don't exactly have sterling service, so it's not like we can advertise ourselves as like some elite MSP, but also at the same time we're not like some mega giga MSP that everyone just goes with because we're so big, so obviously we must be good. So, yeah, we kind of just get the scraps and bottom feeders and retards and fucking
people
penny
looking for the
pinchers.
cheapest shit they can get.
Yeah. So anyway, this other group did shit a little bit cheaper. So they took over the servers and print management and user management and shit like that because they charged a different way, and it was cheaper than us than what we would have charged for that management. But anyway, they're a bunch of fucking incompetent morons. I've told a story about them before. Back when their head of IT for that company's branch. Didn't know what a verification code was for two-factor authentication because he requested an admin profile be made for him, so we did, and then he requested the password, so I sent him a link to the password that would send a two-factor authentication to his phone, which he would then put into the link, and it would give him the password because that's a secure way of transitioning the password to someone, and he was like, I keep putting in the password that it gets sent to my phone, but it's not working. You are stupid. You're doing it wrong. And I just responded back with, it's not my job to teach someone in IT of how to do IT.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
If you're too stupid to understand what 2FA is, by the way, this was not on the email chain, but this was sent to him. I was like, if you're too fucking stupid to understand what 2FA is, that's not my problem.
Based.
All right then.
Also, by the way, he was Indian and he said do the needful at me, so I was already primed pissed off.
Oh. He
Do the-
told you
do
to
the
do
what?
the needful.
Do the needful.
Oh my
It's an
God, I
Indian
hate
saying from India.
Yep.
Where for some reason they think it's like some sort of thing you say. But yeah, it's more just in line with like AAVE, where it's just some retarded mashing of English together that makes no sense at all unless you come at it from the perspective of a group of people who don't know what English sounds like, declaring what they think English sounds like, and then them all using language like that, and then calling it English.
Yeah,
Too much.
okay, just the usual
Yeah,
crap
yeah, the usual
Sorry,
suspects.
pleased to be
of a
doing the
non-native
needful.
English speaker insisting they know how to no.
Yeah,
Definitely
And
definitely
it's a
don't know what
common
that's
thing.
like as a Fate fan.
yeah, and instead
Definitely
of saying something like, "Can you do whatever is necessary?" they say, "Do the needful."
I'm pretty sure just teach them the phrase "do what's needed."
Nope,
Just teach them
it
that.
doesn't work like that. Not for them. Nope,
Of course.
Nope.
no. You see,
Well, I'm glad that somehow my day was better than yours, Sneaky, in spite
yeah.
of getting a positive COVID diagnosis.
Well, you know what, Max? At least it's not that new one, the SARS pork virus.
Isn't
What?
some kind of new
Oh
genetically
yeah, yeah. It
engineered-
turns
Oh,
out
no.
that a
Yep.
another gain of function research COVID virus escaped another lab in China, and this was a lethal pig virus this time. That had gain of function research on how to cross over to humans.
Yep.
Because of course it was, you know.
And again, how lethal is this shit?
Oh, it's so lethal it's not spreading.
Well, that just sounds like a failure
Oh.
in spreading. Lethality is not a function of
No.
transmissibility.
It's so lethal it's not spreading because it's killing the people before it can
It's
spread.
killing them
Yeah,
too fast.
yeah. So
Oh,
then you
someone didn't pay enough attention when they were
turn-
making their pandemic virus.
turn your
Exactly
ears
right.
on.
Come on, we all We
Yeah,
all
that's,
played Pandemic. Come on, we.
Who didn't?
Damn you,
That game was
Greenland.
great.
Yeah.
No, it was never Greenland for me, man.
But they didn't get Madagascar.
It was those assholes in
Start
New
with that-
Zealand.
You
New
start with
Zealand's
that
easy.
one fucking island in the middle of the Pacific.
Yeah, Madagascar. Yeah. But anyway, so yeah, point being is I had a guy tell me do the needful today as well, and then didn't respond to any of the attempts at contacting him, and he didn't offer a better way of contacting him either. So I said, fuck it, I'll just call you tomorrow again, and if you don't contact me again, I'll call you tomorrow after that, and then if you don't contact me again, I just close the task because it must not be
Woo!
important.
Yeah.
Fair.
It's not important enough to answer. It's not important enough to take care of.
Exactly,
Nope.
pretty much. But yeah. So the
Low
whole
priority.
that was what happened today mostly. I also had a moment where it was like 3 o'clock and I blinked and then it was like 4:30 and I was like, fuck. I was like, oh damn. That's not good.
Time flies when you're dealing with retards.
Yeah, it sure does, Sign.
That's why this podcast goes so fast.
What? No, it jags on.
Anyway, other drama news. Apparently a Redditor went off and did Reddit things in where
Do you have
he
any idea
did.
how little that narrows it down?
Yes, well, okay, he did a soft coup of dozens of VTuber subreddits.
Oh, this story's
Well,
continuing,
that
is it?
sounds familiar.
Yeah, this story is continuing.
Yeah, sign. He's talking about the Reddit mods that banned Iron Mouse from the Iron Mouse subreddit.
Yeah,
Right. How
Yeah.
did she get banned from her own sub?
so it's actually
How
really
has that
easy.
even
So
allowed?
basically what happens is if you don't log into the moderator panel on a subreddit and you're only a mod and the owner of the subreddit has left the subreddit, so basically what happened with a lot of these subreddits is that a fan starts up the subreddit, the VTuber joins, the owner steps down out of the owner role and gives the VTuber the head mod role, which basically gives them owner level permissions, but they're still just a moderator, not the owner.
They're not the actual owner,
Yeah,
yeah.
And to
And
be
then
clear,
what happens?
there isn't a way to like make, as far as I know, there
Re-owner
is not a
someone,
way
yeah.
to make them the owner.
Yeah, there
which
isn't.
is
Yeah,
like
this is
a
dumb.
failure on
Reddit,
Reddit's
yeah.
part.
Yeah.
And then what happens is if you don't log in as a moderator, not as a user, as a moderator to that subreddit specifically, then you are listed as inactive. And while you are still, say in this instance, the head mod, you are only the head mod so long as an active mod doesn't request for a role swap with you. And any active mod is able to request a role swap with you if you're inactive. And so because all these VTubers don't moderate their own subreddits, they just own them, effectively.
Many such cases.
They would do a role swap with the head mod, the VTuber, and then ban the VTuber from all of these different subreddits, and usually their entire moderation team as well.
And why?
And so he
Haters.
could power trip on being the only moderator, forcing the VTubers to talk to him if they want their subreddit back.
Which
And
I'm not sure why they would. Like that seems like a. Surely they could just go, "Hi, here's proof that I'm VTuber so and so. Some dude's tripping, mad power tripping on the server. Could you ban him?"
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
you
would
figured Reddit
think
would do
that.
something
You would
about
think
that.
Reddit would do something about that, but no. See, actually, the whole thing is that this whole thing takes time to occur, And because you have to wait for the head mod to finally go inactive. So maybe they did moderate for a little bit, or they came on to like ban someone or promote someone at some point, and that resets the timer. And so he just had to keep waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting after getting onto the mod teams in the first place. Like, he took over the VShojo subreddits 3 years ago.
Oh, hey, so
Yeah.
he's done this multiple times.
Oh,
Yes,
yeah,
well,
well,
I said dozens of
sudden
VTubers for a reason.
there was a sudden spat of like new subreddits for those at the time VShojo's Hallands that were Iron Mouse official,
Yep,
Project Melody official, such and such official,
yep.
and now we know why.
Yeah, and it's
this
because
dude was
VShojo.
doing every single one over the course of those 3 years.
Yep, and now he came out and the whole like thing happened and Iron Mouse talked about it finally and yada yada yada. So the whole thing's coming out now, and then VShojo people on VShojo's team started leaking DMs from this guy, showing like how his fucking insane Redditor brain was power tripping, and
good.
it was
How
stuff
has he
like
not been like banned from Reddit and like
yeah.
because they're a bunch of incompetent buffoons and he dick sucked the right people.
Okay, but now that it's all come out, how have they not removed him?
Because they're a
and-
bunch of incompetent buffoons and he dick sucked the right
Fine.
people.
Sign.
yeah.
No, come
Come
on.
on. No,
It's
sign.
obvious
Sign.
that
Sign. This stream is on a website that does the exact same amount of incompetent handling.
True.
Yeah.
Why are you asking a question that you literally
True.
sit on a council? The answer is given.
We all know the answer. But yeah, so anyway, it's all coming out now. Like, oh my god, his DMs were just so fucking embarrassing too. I am a reasonable person. All I asked was that Iron Mouse simply come before me and speak to me in DMs.
That's the crazy part, by the way. What you're describing is not any of the DMs. What you're describing is the apology
Right.
post that
Yeah.
they made on the Iron Mouse sub.
And then they got absolutely destroyed over and then deleted, yeah.
Slammed them because they're like,
Yeah.
what is wrong with you?
Yeah.
Why
But yeah, no,
should
he
the
also took
owner-
over Gura. He took over a bunch of HoloLive ones. He took over he took over VShojo's and a bunch of other indie subs. And the other thing that happened was because he was already on roster, like once he got onto the roster of one subreddit, other Reddit moderators who are retarded because they're Reddit mods, saw that he was already on the moderator list of like 3 different subreddits for VTubers and were like,
And they're
oh,
like,
what?
great.
You want to help us
Trustworthy.
moderate our VTuber subreddit too? That's great. And that's how power sub mods form. Is that because people like to appeal to authority in a really immense amount, simply by having lots of subreddits underneath him, it became easier for him to join new ones.
And then he was able to just rug pull all of them.
Yeah.
You have to talk
Yep.
to me
Like this.
to be a presence on Reddit. I am the man who controls it all.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
I don't like
It's
this.
just Yeah, no, it's fucking retarded. And speaking of Twitch drama news. Everyone's favorite male streamer, Nina, whoever the fuck her name is, that no one gives a shit about. Yeah, he went on to stream himself stealing from stores.
Huh? No one's that retarded.
Yeah.
Like shoplifting?
Sign.
Oh yeah,
You
blatantly
answer
shoplifting,
that
like
question,
literally
you know
showing
the-
to
you
the
know the
camera how they're shoplifting it,
Oh my
and then
God.
laughing about
Oh.
once they leave the store, ha ha ha, I just shoplifted that stuff. I got it for the price of FREE.
Imagine
Sign.
the police were at his door going,
Uh,
"Hello,
I'm-
you committed a felony."
No.
I'm genuinely
Did
disappointed that you
you-
don't think this is that you genuinely question the existence of this.
So, knows the issue with
Yeah,
that statement
I
there
don't
is
see
that
how
they
could be that
stole
retarded.
underneath $1,000, and you might be
Oh, of
asking,
course.
Sneaky, what do you mean they stole under $1,000? What does that have to do with
No,
it?
I
Well, you
know,
see, in
yeah, no.
California,
Yeah, it's
stealing
California.
isn't a crime.
If it's below $1,000, yes.
Yeah, it's not a crime. Yeah.
Also, Sign, were you not on the internet during the brief 3-month stint of the quote-unquote devious lick challenge?
Oh, I remember that.
I'm sorry. Wait, is that the shit where they were going around licking ice cream and shit?
No.
Worse. No. They started with ice cream. They graduated to things like objects out of trash cans, toilet seats in
No.
public,
No,
doorknobs.
Sneaky, that's not what the devious lick was. The devious lick was stealing random public property, like
Oh, well, no, it
oh,
wasn't
you know,
just.
I
it
really
wasn't
like
just,
the hand.
It was
I really
all
like
of
the
them.
hand dryer in the bathroom.
So yeah, my bad.
They
It's
break
all
it
of
off
that.
the wall and
Devious
steal it.
licks was a general challenge of just anarchy. It was licking shit. It was also stuff like slapping your teacher's ass as you leave the classroom. You're stealing things, destroying things, and you of course have to videotape it and post it to TikTok.
Yeah, these
Yeah,
people need
that's
to.
very important to the process, don't you know?
But yeah, anyway,
Yeah.
yeah. So yeah, Nina Lynn,
important.
everyone's favorite male streamer. Respect his pronouns.
What? Who?
Yeah, don't worry about it. Look, they only sexually assaulted and you know, like 3 people on tape, live.
On tape.
Every time.
And Twitch took action against them. They were banned for 12 hours. I'm sure
12
they felt
entire hours.
Yep, 12 entire hours, and I'm sure they felt really bad after those 12 hours and thought about it so much that the second they came back on, they apologized, laughed about the apology, and then immediately sexually assaulted someone else.
No.
Yeah. They have filmed themselves destroying public property. They've filmed themselves attacking people, attacking McDonald's workers. They filmed themselves stealing things. They filmed themselves sexually assaulting people. They filmed themselves drinking and driving. But you see, women don't get arrested.
I have to ask, since you keep saying male streamer.
I'm making fun of her because she looks like a dude. Because you know how a lot of people have like that story that they'll tell anyone upon meeting someone. Like everyone's got a story that they think is a good, icebreaker story, right?
Huh.
Nina Lynn's icebreaker story is about how cool she was for brutally beating the shit out of her little brother every single day, to the point where her family had to flee the country because the government was going to arrest her father for extreme child abuse.
Again, what?
Yeah, that's her icebreaker story.
I abused my brother to the point that we had to leave the country. That's her icebreaker.
Yeah.
That's I mean, that's a conversation. Listen, that's a conversational combo. It's an opener and an ender.
Possibly also raped him. Possibly.
I beg your pardon?
Excuse you?
Yeah, no. Okay. We're gonna leave any rampant speculation out of this, because this seems like the kind of asshole who will just start suing people.
I would love it if she tried.
You don't have money, Sneaky.
Oh. I don't
Well,
need
look,
money where I'm going.
If I've learned anything from the internet, it's that as long as you add allegedly at the
Yes,
end of a
allegedly, yes.
that indemnifies you from any potential harm.
According to
well,
her
I mean,
own Twitch
yes.
streamed words, she possibly alleged at possibly doing
Hang on.
actions to her brother.
If there's things she shed live on air, truth is an absolute defense.
No, she well, you say
No.
that, but
It's not because defamation is a thing.
No, sign.
that's not that
That's-
sign. Jesus Christ.
that
Okay,
is
sign
quite
out. Go
literally
ahead
what
and mark
truth
it
is.
off.
Oh, that is quite literally what truth is the absolute defense of, sign. I was quoting a literal legal principle, you absolute moron.
Anyway, no, she never said she directly raped him. She just said she alluded to the possibility that some of the physical actions she took on her little brother while he was a child and couldn't fight back against her were things that might make him less masculine if he ever talked about them.
I see.
Yeah.
So, could be, could not be, regardless, that's something they said on air.
Yes. And they bragged about it, actually, on air. This wasn't just like a slip-up. This was her telling a group of people of it proudly.
Proudly.
Yes.
But
anyway, she's been recently banned again for the thefts for 6 hours.
Guys.
For 6 hours.
Didn't even get half a day out of it.
Well, she was banned for a day, and then they unbanned her.
Why? Because she makes the money. Got it. Yeah.
No, she doesn't make the money. Like, she probably makes them break even. Well, yeah, of course, yeah, she's a woman, but she probably, like, she doesn't have enough fans to make the money. Like, the people who watch her don't have bank accounts. Yeah. She doesn't make enough money to be a, she's not a Hassan, is what I'm saying,
Gotcha. She's not on their list of, answer their call if they...
No, she's not on the list of people who can get away with anything simply because they're so well-liked either internally or make them so much money, because Hassan fans do donate a shitload of money. No, she's just a woman, so therefore the Gooner moderators of Twitch don't ban her.
That dude that drives to his female talent's house told them not to ban her.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
Yeah. Yeah. Underage females.
Yeah, the underage female talent, yes.
Yeah. But anyway, we're here to talk about fanfiction tonight, which is a realm of fantasy things that we're glad aren't happening, and not the realm of fantasy things that are unfortunately happening.
If this is fantasy, that must be somebody's nightmare.
That would explain so much.
Dreams, nightmares,
Right.
they're both fantasy.
Yes.
Yes. So tonight, what are you guys feeling tonight? Is there any games that make you wanna, go, I wonder how I can ruin this for myself?
No.
I mean, yeah, but luckily none of them have fanfiction. Well, most of them don't have. Like, BattleTech's got pretty much nothing. Luckily, I found one dude with a BattleTech fanfiction, and it's like, let me be clear,
Silent Fox.
Absolutely power wank slop. No, it's the dude running the quest. I don't know who you're talking about.
Oh, you haven't heard of Silence?
Silent. Oh, I'll add him. What's the link to your BattleTech story?
Either got banned off of SB or he got banned from SB.
No, it did get banned off of SB. Yeah,
Like
because
it got really bad because of firstly
did a
because of
fade to
tards,
black.
then because of hard mods.
Well,
Yeah.
He
okay.
did a fade to
Why
black,
would
but
I know who
also
he is if he got banned?
he's literally in this server.
Well, A, he's literally in the server. B, it's actually a really popular BattleTech fanfic. Like a really,
Yeah.
really popular BattleTech fanfic.
It's on QQ.
You got a link to that?
What's it about?
BattleTech.
BattleTech.
Is it just BattleTech? Is it a crossover, or is it just like straight
It's
BattleTech
not-
fanfiction?
It's straight BattleTech fanfiction. It's not a crossover. To my understanding, it was something that takes place in some little middle of nowhere place. That it's one of those stories that anybody who doesn't know the setting can drop into, pick up, and
I
enjoy.
gotcha.
But also, it's enjoyable for those who understand the deep lore too.
That's what it was. Yes. He had a group of roaming individuals who were tribal and stole things.
What the fuck?
That's what it was. That's what actually finally did it. But before that, he was in hot water for like fade to blacks and shit, and people were getting pissy because on SB it's a puritanical hellhole unless it's two underage women having sex with each other. Then it's fine.
And also, I think he just straight up called them gypsies. Or they
He called them gypsies out of story.
Ah, right. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, because it's somehow better.
I mean, yeah.
Well, they were an allusion to gypsies, and
Someone asked if they were an allusion to what are they referencing, what cultural group they were referencing, or something like that, and he's like, oh yeah, they're an allusion to gypsies, and someone's like, oh my god,
yeah, they got super
No.
butthurt about that.
Anyway, no, I would say I take it back. There's two BattleTech fanfictions I read. One's The Quest, and the other was A Young Girl's Defense of the Inner Sphere, which, to be clear, good fanfiction, not something I would recommend for people who have not read the BattleTech lore, simply because the stuff that he's changing is deeply, deeply important, including the fact that by replacing the character that he did, the worst possible timeline and the most annoying character ever can't come into existence.
Did he remove a Mars?
No, he inserted Tanya into Katrina Steiner, which means Alaric Ward will never exist. This improves the universe several thousand%.
So true.
No, like Sneaky, I want you to look up the character Alaric Ward. You don't have to do it you don't have to show it on stream, but tell me if you think that's the face of incest.
Sorry, what?
Alaric Ward? Okay.
Yeah.
Sure.
Habsburg looking motherfucker.
Oh, that is a Habsburg looking motherfucker.
Because let me tell you, the backstory for this dude, Sneaky, it reads like an awful Sonic self-insert OC. Okay? So, you've got this group called the Federated Sons. They're ruled by a royal family.
Yeah.
And there was a dude. His name was Victor. Cool. Victor did a pretty good job of running his father's kingdom.
Yeah.
But one day he went off to go kick the shit out of the clans. So he left his younger sister. He left his second youngest sister in charge because she didn't need to do anything particularly special. She just needed to keep everybody calm and happy and focused on the war effort. And the sister that was directly behind him took this opportunity to launch a coup.
Of course, as one does.
Yep. So he goes, he fights her, decides to kill her, and just when he's about to murder her, for some reason, this dude from Clan Wolf shows up and is like, hippity hoppity, your sister's my property. And he's like, fucking fine, but only because I just finished beating the shit out of another clan and I just finished a civil war and I can't afford to go fight Clan Wolf. Sure, fine, whatever, makes sense. She then proceeds to, by the way, this is someone who's described as a political schemer, but not someone who's ever had any martial training, didn't go to military school, and was at best mid-tier in a battle mech. This is important. She then somehow
She thought she would take over and stage a coup.
through like a series of off-screen events that are never explained until we get into the future, somehow she has earned a blood name, which requires her to be liked enough in the clans for someone to sponsor her, and then she has to kill some other clanner who was up for a blood name, which is what only elite clan warriors can do.
So they Mary Sued it in the background.
And then after doing this, in order to get our dear protagonist Alaric, she somehow stole some of her brother's DNA, mixed it with her DNA, and then to disguise the fact that she committed Habsburg levels of incest, sprinkled in a little bit of the guy who rescued her DNA. And this has created the ultimate genetic warrior who has conquered Terra and beat all the other clans there, so he was able to unite the fractured bits of Clan Wolf, and all the other clans went, yes, you've taken over Terra, you are the greatest clan warrior, you are now the ill clan, the all clan, the big clan.
That sounds like somebody's bad fanfiction.
It was.
Unfortunately, it's real.
Yes, that too.
It's the lore.
That's
Yeah,
that's
it's
just
kinda-
the lore.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I have to be clear side. That's just the lore. And everybody's like, can we just kill this fucking dude and move on?
Yeah, like, so the big problem with BattleTech is, I kind of got a little bit into it, so I read a little bit of the lore. But effectively, it had kind of like waves of authors, and with each wave of author, you occasionally got these like writer cabals of, oh, well, our threat's bigger and badder, and actually, the core clans came back, and all of their mechs are cooler and bigger, and have better guns and better heat sinks, and they're just cooler and more awesomer than everyone else's mechs. And it's like, oh, fucking Jesus Christ.
Oh, so it
Okay,
was,
the clan invasion in
Star
and of
Wars
itself
authors.
wasn't terrible. It was an okay way to move the universe forward. Like, don't get me wrong, the clan invasion was annoying. But yes, to Sneaky's point, when they had the clan re-invasion because the 12 clans or whatever that they sent hadn't done the job and they started to go native, so then the other clans showed up and went, you stupid little losers.
Yeah.
He's not wrong, and I hate it.
Yeah. That was always my issue with BattleTech, because I always really loved the mechs, and honestly, BattleTech is my favorite of the mech genre. Just, not BattleTech specifically, but the BattleTech-like mech idea of big, stompy mech with lots of armor, guns, and laser beams, and jetpacks, and shit like that. Not, like, look, I like Gundam as much as the next guy, but I kind of like big, stompy mech more.
Yeah, and that's the thing. There's a reason
I've
BattleTech has
got good
found
news
success.
for you, Sneaky. Gundam designers also like that because we have shit like Psycho Gundam.
No, I mean, yes, Psycho Gundam is cool, but like,
No, Psycho Gundam is the closest we get to. Well, no, you know what? Sneaky needs to go looking at mobile armor sometimes.
I'm
Those
good.
big,
I was gonna say,
bumpy,
I mean, we've
lofty
got the
guns.
nonsense
I've
of
seen,
mobile
I've
armors.
looked, I've been sent stuff. It's, you know, it's just the Gundam brand I'm just not interested in.
Yeah.
No, there's something about BattleTech that's really nice.
Yeah.
Design-wise, like blocky
well,
is fun sometimes.
Yeah.
some of the designs are really great. Some of them are
Silly.
really a
Well, it's
sin.
also
It
weird
really
because,
depends
right, there are
on-
some designs that are really great,
I
and they're just stolen from Macross.
Yep.
Yeah, there's a lot of them that were redesigned because of the Macross thing, and
Yeah.
yeah.
didn't they
But
split
then
off
Then there
from,
was
some that
then there
are
was
other-
time they got some of the Gundam designers to redesigned
Yeah.
some of the mechs for a Japanese release, which were
No,
really
it was
good.
the armored. It was the armored core guy.
Yeah.
It's the Armored
that's what it
Core
was.
guy, yeah.
Right.
Which is what started the
Borrowed
whole
a
this
couple
whole
of
schism,
guys.
right? Is because he basically made a bunch of Macross mechs.
No. The whole schism originally started because they went to the guy, the American company that supposedly had the license for Macross, and they're like, "Hey,
Right.
we want to put this in our show." And they're like, "Yeah, sure, we'll do that." And they absolutely did not have the ability to give those rights away.
Right.
So then when at some point the actual Japanese owners of Macross showed up, they're like, "The fuck is this?" And they're like, "What is your problem, dude? We paid these guys. They said we paid them. We've been paying them for years. We've been paying them license fees for years. What's the damage?" And they're like, "What do you mean there's a license agreement?" So yeah, that started a whole other thing where basically they couldn't be given any they couldn't have damages taken on them
Right.
because they'd been operating under what they thought was good faith, but they couldn't keep using the design. So yeah, there was a
Right.
whole thing.
The whole Mech Warrior schism, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I you know, as much as I like BattleTech, I don't like Mech Warrior. Like,
the tabletop, the one that's like tabletop, like the turn-based strategy.
well, my introduction to Mech Warrior was Mech Warrior 4, the video game.
Oh, Mercenaries. Okay, Mercenaries. Got it.
Yeah. And I wasn't a fan of it. I just kind of like it had the slowness of trying to operate a mech, but it didn't feel punchy enough.
Yeah, that was a
to
problem with
compensate
that was
for
a
the
problem with
slowness.
4. 3 is supposedly the one that everybody really loved. I will say I think 5
Which one was 3?
5 made it better. I think 5 made it better. In that, like, at least with 5, when I fire off a PPC or an autocannon,
Right.
or I let loose with 40 LRMs, it at least feels like I've done something.
Right. Yeah, I mean, it was always like I don't get me wrong. I also love the idea of, yeah, you're just in the cockpit of a mech and you're basically doing kind of like a second-person shooter with a battle mech, and that's kind of a cool idea, but in terms of game mechanics, like, it wouldn't feel very fun. Like, in tabletop RPG, you can do shit that isn't fun because one side isn't players. And so you can have your PPC crit their core and one-shot them off the rip. It can happen. Now, admittedly, it can also happen to you, but it can happen. You can do it. It's cool.
Let me be clear. That's just tabletop rules. Like, that's
Right,
in the
that's
regular...
Right, that's what I'm saying. In tabletop, you can get away with that. But when you're trying to do a 5v5 mech battler and both sides are players, getting one shot sucks ass. Anti-fun.
Yeah, that'd be kind of frustrating.
But at the same time...
I mean, yeah, but here's the thing. There's a very, very... At least on the actual... Let me be clear. The actual tabletop, when you're playing other people...
But that's, again, that's tabletop.
Yeah.
I'm talking about the combat shooter, Mech Warriors 4, and why I didn't like it. I like the idea of
that happens when you're playing real people at the table. Like, that's even theoretically that's even worse because you've shown up to a game store with painted minis and well, he got the AC-20 hit on my head and I died.
Yeah, but again, that sort of like comes with tabletop. Like, that's just tabletop stuff.
I guess I'm not really sure. Like, I agree that it can be a feels bad, but like,
right, but games like Call of Duty and Battlefield kind of set a precedence of shooter, and Halo kind of set a precedence of time to kill in shooter games. And if you did tabletop rules in a game like Mech Warrior 4, which is, again, why they didn't do that.
Yeah.
It sucks. It feels like crap.
Yeah,
because it's
yeah,
not
yeah,
fun.
yeah, yeah.
But at the same time, though, is you're in a giant mech and you're unloading with all of your guns on some guy, and he just eats half your fucking ammo, then turns to you and fires his autocannons twice, and you die, and you're like, well, that's not fun either.
Yeah. I think 5 did a pretty good job of splitting the difference of, like, part of it was they really did make your it felt like the armor mattered, and it felt like
Yeah.
I could
And that's
do
why
things
I
that, like, they
like...
talk about in the book where, like, oh,
Right.
my left side is screwed, but my right side's fine. So just walk
Right,
straight
exactly.
to the
And,
right.
and that's why I like War Thunder over World of Tanks. Because in World of Tanks, you just have a health pool. In War Thunder, you actually have armor angles, and your engine has a part, your axles are parts, your wheels are parts, your tracks are parts. Like, if you so this is the cool thing in War Thunder, is if your gun can't penetrate their armor, you can shoot their tracks out, circle around behind them, and shoot them in the back where their engine is, usually, which is also less armored. But also, you can do shit like, if you can wedge the shell in, if your shell's actually so small, you can actually hitbox your shell between the gap of their tank turret and their tank chassis and shoot the fucking turret motor and lock their turret in place. Like,
Okay.
that's what War Thunder you can do. And it's really fun shit. I did shit stuff with the Stewart where I'm flying past tanks doing 360 no scopes. Good shit. Fucking Stewart. But I do think that's a major component of any good mech game, is getting rid of the health pool and going on to a part health system. I don't know. That's just my personal opinion. I feel like that would make any sort of mech game more fun.
Yeah. I have a question about design. Have you seen any of the stuff they've done for Gothic? Where they said, hey, what if we did an alt universe and we added kaijus?
I have not, no.
Sounds
Sounds fun.
I'm not sure how you feel about it. Like, they went, like, super hard on, like,
hey, I love Pacific Rim.
heraldry. Some of them are almost like Imperial Knights. Man, there's one thing they did for the Atlas. You've seen Thousand Suns from 40K, right? Their vague Egyptian theme.
Sure.
Take that and put it on a 100-ton mech. But it's also a Pope hat.
Love it. Yeah, no, I think it's easy. I think it's easy to fuck up and easy to do right, but also easy to fuck up. And I don't know. I think it just comes down to people getting their hands on the property that don't know what to do with it. Let's see. Phoenix says I can post dozens of dog shit RR ads, but here's 2 I would actually read. Okay, you know what? That's a fair. It's a Calvin and Hobbes comic of life could be worse. Life could be a lot better too.
I would say, and let's be clear, it's a Calvin and Hobbes comic used correctly.
Yeah, correctly. I honestly, I probably would click on that story. And then we have the elf who would become a dragon. Ooh, anti-hero. Ooh. Now, I gotta ask, Atin, as the resident comic book nerd.
Yeah?
How do you feel about fanfiction's fetishization of the anti-hero?
Okay.
No.
Okay. I wasn't aware you wished to start a dissertation with me, but the short answer is gonna be, look, none of you can write Frank Castle, and none of you are self-aware enough to do it correctly anyway. The closest I think I've seen was it's this one about like a mimic that's just an absolutely amoral
P.T.
jackass.
Morningwood.
Yeah.
Everyone loves big chests.
Which I will be honest, I swerved that series for the longest time, specifically because of the box art. And I was like, I don't want to know what weird monster fetish this is. And someone's like, no, I swear to God it's not. And I read the first chapter and I was like, the first book, and the half of the first book, and I was like, I will continue to give this a chance, but the second
it gets
anybody
weird.
does anything with that tongue, I'm out.
Okay, so
And
it's
So you were
not.
out by the second book?
I was out very quickly after that.
I see. Okay.
Because
I was about to say, I am slowly actually warming up to the series because I did the same thing you did, and then you said the second book happened. I'm like, oh well, okay.
Yeah.
Most
Yeah.
unfortunate.
And here's the thing.
Which
I get
It's
which
the
series?
succubus.
Everyone loves big chests.
Everyone loves big chests. It's
You
by
might have seen the
Nevin
box art of
Iliev.
it, where it's a really big boobed woman.
Yep.
It sounds
Sitting
like
on
an
the box.
isekai story.
Yeah. By the way, real quick, Sneaky.
It's not.
Brief.
None of you can write Taylor Hebert. True.
Sneaky. Brief swerve. There you go. There's the weird atlas.
Yeah, I saw it. Yeah, I saw it.
He's a weird old boy. But yeah. So like, here's the problem with the antihero. When you're writing an antihero, either you can go full chuny and have them have zero self-awareness. You can go full chuny and have them be perfectly self-aware, but then you're making a parody, and I'm sorry, you're not going to do as good of a job as oh my god, I can't think.
Eminence and Shadow?
Yeah, Eminence and Shadow. You're just not going to, like, you're going to have a very hard time outdoing Eminence and Shadow.
You have to have an extremely good sense of humor to pull off Eminence and Shadow, and I'm sorry, a lot of people just don't.
They don't. And, like, here's the thing. Like, that's another thing about Eminence and Shadow. Like, I don't know how much of the jokes are due to the localizers, but whoever's doing it has a fantastic sense of humor.
Yeah.
Like, right? Like, all those it's the first time I've ever seen any series that came from Japan implement, like, word name pun jokes successfully.
I would say less successfully because they do that constantly. Like, a constant joke in the manga of Bleach is that Ichigo's name is written the same way as Strawberry, so people would keep calling him
but
Strawberry.
That doesn't work.
It doesn't translate to American.
English.
Yes, I'm aware, and what I'm saying is that it's not that they didn't do it. It's that this is the first time that they made specific word puns or word name jokes that specifically translated not just to English, but the general gist of it to every other language as well. You know.
Yeah, it's fair to say that, but like I said, either way, it's the first time I've ever seen someone do it correct.
How do you know he's the bad guy? Well.
Well, his name
well.
What was that guy's name? Something like
Perv Asshat.
guy or something.
Yeah, well, I mean, there's so many of them besides just Perv. But
yes, I'm only showing up once. I'm gonna be the villain this round. Yes.
Immediately.
Won't make it through round 2. All that jazz. Right, but back to the anti-hero
just
thing,
a normal
right?
guy.
Either you're gonna be as edgy as possible, in which case, I'm sorry, people aren't gonna read it, and they're just gonna go, "Wow, this is incredibly edgy. I'm out." You've got Eminence and Shadow, which kind of has already peaked, by which I mean Eminence and Shadow is kind of the peak of that joke. I don't think you're going to be able to do it better. I just really don't think you will.
I mean, it's not that you could or couldn't do better. It's that anyone trying to do what Eminence did is now you're just going to be called a Shadow-like.
It's a copycat.
Yeah, you're just going to be whether you're better or worse, you're now just a copycat.
You're just going to be called a copycat, yeah.
You're shadow-like. Oh no.
Yeah.
Right? And then
Sneaky.
the other possibility is to go far in the other direction with Frank Castle, right? And the important thing about Frank Castle,
And
Frank
Rorschach and the other
Castle.
ones like him.
No, because Frank does behave differently from Rorschach, which I will actually get into.
Fair enough.
The big thing about Frank is an asshole. Frank knows he is an asshole. At no point, well, okay, let me rephrase that. Except for a few points in the career of Frank Castle being written, and those people didn't get the idea, right?
Right.
Frank has never pretended that what he's doing is good, moral, right, or that anyone should emulate him. And
Right.
Nobody does say it's necessary.
yes, sign, that's
No one
what I'm
ever
getting
said he
to.
wasn't a hypocrite.
But
No,
and
no,
this
he's
is
not
one
being
of the
hypocritical about it. He's just saying
Yeah, he's
that...
not being he's decidedly not being hypocritical about it. And this is another thing that's really important. Any time when he's being written competently and correctly, he runs into a cop who goes, "Hey, I'm a big fan." The least he does is go, "Stop being a cop." The worst he
Right.
does is just kill them because they shouldn't be a cop.
Right.
Because yes, he does what he does explicitly because cops shouldn't be allowed to do what he does. Right?
Yeah, I remember vaguely recall a really decently written scene between Castle and Parker talking,
Yeah.
where
Um,
Castle was just like, "No, you keep being Spider-Man. I want you to be nothing like me."
Yeah. Don't ever be like me, right? And then there was another one. It was
World needs
somewhat recently
Spider-Man.
because the original creator came back, and he was so sick of people being like, "Yeah." Because I forget what it blew up because some police officer was using a Punisher symbol, and they
Yep.
were involved in somebody dying. And so the guy came back explicitly to be like, "This is not. You have missed the point. You have entirely missed the point. So I
Yeah.
am now going to write it out as bluntly as I possibly can."
Right.
But yeah, right.
Wasn't
And the
that a
difference,
case of the author going, "You're not supposed to like it. You're liking it wrong"?
yes, but
Yes.
he's correct, sign.
Yeah. Unlike
Like,
Rorschach, where he's wrong.
yes.
Alan Moore is known to be wrong often.
Now, to be clear, Alan Moore being wrong is not connected to him being wrong about Rorschach. It just so happens that in this case they align because Alan Moore is a salty asshole.
Yes. Yeah.
He is an angry, bitter old man who unintentionally made the peak of his writing career, and everybody points out that it's his peak, and he's mad about that. And see, here's the thing: his response to me being on the internet would be like, "Well, you haven't written shit, so shut up, you loser." Which I mean, yeah, fair enough. I haven't written anything. That doesn't change the fact that you peaked with Watchmen and you've been downhill ever since, trying to recapture that glory, buddy.
Well, I mean, there's always a certain limit to, well, you don't write. It's like, hey, well, I don't need to be a plumber to know when my drain isn't working.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
But the thing about Rorschach is in, and this is important, Rorschach is in a fundamentally different existence than Frank Castle, right?
Right.
Very explicitly, it's a fundamentally different existence. But even leaving aside the fact that it is a fundamentally different universe, Rorschach is not special or unique because he is not any different from anyone else in his group. The only person in their group that wasn't a bad person was the owl dude. Like,
No, I thought the woman wasn't a bad person. The
no,
one
she
the
still
dude
was.
likes. Huh?
No, she still was.
She was.
Yeah.
I
By
thought
which
those
I
two
mean
were.
they all played very fast and loose with the law, except for the Bat guy.
Except for Owlman.
Except
Yeah.
for the Bat guy, except for Owlman and Dr. Manhattan. But Dr. Manhattan is a completely different thing, where Dr. Manhattan bound himself to strict adherence with the law because he was, correctly, afraid of himself and what he could do. So he bound himself quite firmly within the dictates of the law, compared to Owlman, who is the only good person in that group. Like, that's the thing. The comedian and Rorschach are the same thing, except the comedian's not up his own ass.
Sure, it's not up his
was
own
it
ass.
didn't no, Rorschach is kind of up his own ass.
No,
Uh,
he's really up. He's very
Wasn't
much a
there's a what didn't they add a mocking version of Rorschach to DC called The Question?
Question was
Yeah.
much more better.
Kind of.
He was much better.
The Question is honestly, I think, just a much better version of Rorschach.
Right, but they kind of
except-
they didn't add it to make a better version. They added it to mock him because like they made him
Yes.
this like insane conspiracy theorist. Even though he was right about most of the insane conspiracy theories, they
Well,
still
say that's the
depicted
thing,
him
that's the
as
thing.
this like.
Well, yes, that's the joke. That is the joke about The Question. Is
Okay.
that he has all of these insane conspiracy theories,
But he's right.
some of which he's absolutely correct about, and he does find these actually legitimate crazy things, but he's also crazy, right? Like, that's the it's is he right or is he crazy? And it's like, well, it turns out the answer is a little bit of column A, a little bit of column B. And to be clear, this is the original Question before they put Renee Montoya in, which they went in a completely different direction with the story, which was cool. We're gonna make here's the thing. The stuff with Renee is actually fine. Because what they did was they said, okay, we're gonna take The Question and make him basically like a noir detective of all this conspiracy theory stuff. And for that, they had Renee Montoya, an actual
Now, was that
detective, do it.
before or after that clip that goes around of him trying to fight Lex Luthor?
This is after.
Okay.
It basically, in the course of one of his things, The Question dies. And he's in Gotham, and Renee Montoya is the one who finds him dying, and he gives her a lead on, I think it's like a child kidnapping ring. Because I believe it, I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure this was all happening during like the Court of Owls section in Batman, which was Gotham is such, their attempt to explain Gotham being such a horrible hellhole was a cabal of evil rich people, which, I mean, that's not too weird for Batman, so sure, fine, whatever,
It's not
right?
too weird for reality either, but yeah.
Well, yes, we don't talk about that.
I'm also like 99% certain that the Court of Owls is a reference to Bohemian Grove, but yeah.
It is.
Yeah, it very well might be. I don't know enough about the original writer for that. I'm not going to comment on that, but the point is that, again, Rorschach exists in a fundamentally different environment from the Punisher, which is why you can't compare them, because, again, most of the stuff in the Watchmen universe is intentionally horrible. The Punisher exists as the one bad guy doing what he thinks is necessary. Whether or not it actually is necessary, you don't know, because that's specifically done because Frank Castle is an unreliable narrator. Frank Castle, of course, thinks that everything he does is necessary and justified. But is it really? Especially when you've got people like Spider-Man, and you've got people like Daredevil.
Yeah, but on the other hand, don't you have most instances of Castle's, the people he's going after are like, they're gangsters, they're jug pushers, they're, certifiably bad people.
Right, but Castle's point was more
the
a counterbalance to the
those
heroes.
People, yeah, the point is those people do not necessarily have to be killed to remove them. That's
Castle's opinion was that they do have to be killed because they're just going to end up on the street again someday.
Right.
Yeah,
whether or not that's correct is an entirely different thing, and to be clear, that's a relevant question in real life. It's not relevant in Frank Castle's situation. It's there because Frank Castle is an unreliable narrator.
Exactly.
And to say otherwise, mostly this is directed at Sign right now, is missing the point of the Punisher and Frank Castle and everything that's going on in that story.
But anyway, that leads into people not being able to understand, the same people who claim to be media literate are the ones who don't understand Castle, don't understand anti-heroes, don't understand the realm they were made in, or, Purple, do I have to ban the word gay?
What?
Purple's in my chat saying gay. And I'm saying, do I have to ban the word gay?
We could just mute Purple.
I literally just went over to lay in my bed. Do I have to go back to my desk and start working on the filters?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to add a filter to ban gay because I don't feel like fucking. I gotta do this. Let's find it. Where's the fucking channels and content? Yep, here we go. Moderation settings. Can I we're just gonna maximum filtering on these two categories.
Oh, we have pre-made categories, huh?
Oh, yes.
Yeah. We have under discrimination and slurs, we have disability, which by default is set to no filtering. We have sexuality and gender, which is set to light filtering by default. We have misogyny, which is set to no filtering by default. By the way, we don't have misandry. That misandry isn't a category, but misogyny is.
Yes,
Of course not.
And then we have race, ethnicity. Also, by the way, sexuality, sex, or gender would also include misogyny and misandry, but of course women get their own special category, obviously.
Yes.
And then I also set, so race, ethnicity, and religion were also set to no filtering, so I set that to maximum filtering as well. And also swear, sex-based
well, she found a way
terms.
through.
Oh, I know. But you can't say I didn't try.
Automod, why is there no button to just say deny all?
You know, that's a good question.
How? God, ooh.
Like, you know, it's this crazy thing, Max, of like every day I sit here and go, man, this service fucking sucks. Two drunk guys with a gambling stream made a better service. I bet we could. I bet we could. You know, it's just a wild thing of like these websites are like, oh, you know, Twitch is supposed to be a loss leader. It's like, why does Twitch have to be a loss leader? Twitch doesn't have to be a loss leader. You don't need 20,000 employees at Twitch. You need like 20.
No, you need that many so you can find out who's breaking the law, clearly.
Well, the problem is the whole point of a loss leader is it's to get people into your other products.
Yeah.
And it's not very good at that.
No, it's terrible at that.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's what I'm saying. You know, it's just like YouTube's a loss leader for Google, and it actually is. But again, it doesn't have to be. They have 17,000 employees at YouTube. why do they need 17? What are they doing that needs 17,000 employees? Because it's not making YouTube better, let me fucking tell you.
Yeah, that's for sure.
So if I was put in charge of both of these companies, the things I would do would be illegal, but they would work.
I mean,
That sounds familiar.
what do you mean by illegal?
Oh, I would just mass fire people.
That's not necessarily illegal.
Oh, I would mass
Uh,
fire people for certain
depends.
reasons.
Well, also it's entirely dependent on what state you're in.
Also, that yeah.
Which
That's why I
want
said
to be
that's
clear.
not necessarily illegal.
Yeah, like on one hand, that can be annoying. On the other, like I get it, especially because like if you're going in and firing that many people, it's not a generally speaking, it is not a spur of the moment thing.
Yeah.
And those people deserve most
Well,
of the time.
it's also
the ability
like
to go find new employment and have time. Like,
yeah, to a certain extent, but it's also like at the same time, like I agree that there should be some sort of restrictions on companies' ability to fire you. Because I mean, we see abuses of this system all the time in like the game development community, where a company finishes a game, fires all their talent, so they don't have to give anyone promotions, raises, or bonuses,
or anything,
or royalties, and then they're like, oh, we got to make a new game, and then rehires everyone back on, or like other retarded shit like that, and it's just like, are you fucking serious? Really? But it's also at the same time, you get shit with like Arrowhead, who in Sweden, they basically need to commit murder to get fired from their company. And it's like they have dozens of employees actively being lead anchors and ruining their game and ruining their community engagement and just going off the cuff and saying wild shit that's making everyone fucking hate them. And they can't get rid of them.
This is the thing. Right, so my company previously had a location in a European state, which I will not disclose, because that might make it too easy to find out some of that stuff. And oh my god, I was there when my father was trying to shut the place down.
Right.
We had to hire a team of lawyers who were explicitly specialized in firing people because we had to show that we had to show all this paperwork that here's why we're closing it, we're going to be doing this and this is why these people are being fired. Like, it was this whole ordeal just to close a business, which
it's insane. It's fucking absurd.
And here's the thing, right? I feel that there has to be some kind of middle ground between I agree with Sneaky, the legitimate abuses of free employment that we see in the US, because people who go, oh, well, you have just as much bargaining power as an employee, is entirely disingenuous and does not pay any attention to the reality of the marketplace. Right.
Well, I mean, there's also that, right? It's like, I can technically bargain, but at the same time, I am one of 500 applicants. They can just say fuck off and die.
Yeah, exactly.
And then there's that will employment.
That's what I'm saying. That's
what I'm talking
about, Sign. Like, at will employment, right? Because there are times when it can be good, right? That someone can just stand up, say, that's it, I've had enough of this job, I quit, and just walk out the door. And there's no penalties, unless, of course, they've signed a contract. Right? That's a good thing. Yeah. But on the flip side, like Sticky said, we've got people who just, it's like, oh, cool, if I fire you now, I don't have to pay out any bonuses or promotions or anything like that, and I can keep everybody at minimum wage forever, which, let me be clear, is absolutely something responsible for all of the economic woes.
I feel like that we can have a middle ground between the two. Yeah, exactly. It's just like I don't think, and look, to be clear, I don't think anyone has a right to work. You don't have a right to be hired at someone's company. No, fuck off. But you also don't. They also don't have the right to just fire you because they felt like it.
Yeah,
If they're hiring you to do a job and you're bad at the job, no, yeah, I think you should absolutely be fired. But at the same time, if the company decides to hire on 300 people retardedly and then starts to go under because they're like, oh, wait, hiring this many people costs this much money? I feel like that's the company's problem, not yours. Now, admittedly, again, if they can't produce work, like say it's your job to work a factory line and they don't have a factory line for you to work, well, I mean, yeah, you don't deserve a paycheck for not working. But I think the company should then owe you some sort of like severance or fuck up pay effectively of we hired you on when we couldn't actually make you work, but also at the same time this took you out of the market, this possibly took you off of employment, you might have moved here,
especially for people that move.
Some sort of compensation, but I feel like there could be a middle ground somewhere, but I hate right to work people. I fucking despise right to work people. Oh, we can't improve this situation because then you have to fire people. It's like, yeah, and
and again, that's part of the thing that's like, I hate you people. I hate you people.
Replace all receptionists with AI. Total receptionist death.
I mean, I don't think we should replace anyone with AI, but sure.
I mean, listen, it's definitely not good enough for that yet, but certain places, absolutely.
Look, I don't like going to Taco Bell and getting an AI on the fucking order menu, okay?
No, that's exactly what I'm saying. Right now, I don't want that because that doesn't work. But when I walk into McDonald's, here's the thing. McDonald's doesn't need to have someone
it doesn't need to have an AI. Frankly, it doesn't need to have an AI. Just let me poke a fucking screen.
Give me a touch screen.
And it's not like those screens are expensive either these days. They cost like $20 fucking dollars now.
Did I send you the video of the I think it's of the McDonald's in South Korea with zero human interaction?
No. But that does sound like South Korea.
I gotta go see if I can find this video. Cause it is oh, it's a dream, man. It is a dream. You place your order, right?
Right.
Through you place the whole thing through touchscreens. And then it will tell you a box number.
Right.
And there's real people cooking all this stuff on the other side of a wall.
Right, okay.
But it's like a two-way box.
Right.
Right? So you Sneaky have box number 33.
Right.
And when the order for box number 33 is ready, it's going to light up. And you'll open it up, and there will be your food for box number 33.
That's cool. Yeah, I don't know. It's just kind of like... I don't want to get rid of human chefs. I don't think a robot will ever be able to do what a human chef can do. Now, what am I saying? Like, burger. No, obviously they can make fucking burgers. Duh. All you gotta do is flip burger, put on a bun, put the condiments on. Yeah, it's not hard to make a burger. And do I believe a robot could do that? Obviously. I'm talking about, like, the local mom and pop burger shop down by the beach that I go to. That's delicious.
Yeah.
And that's because they fucking pour on the sauces and they pile as much bacon and jalapenos as you can fit on it, and they mash it into the fucking meat before it cooks. And fucking salivating thinking about it. But like that
here.
But like, a robot can't do that. It can't be programmed to be passionate about what it does. It can be programmed to put 3 jalapenos on the burger. It can be programmed to put 2 slices of cheese on the burger. Like,
here we go. 25 seconds from our dear friends on Reddit.
Oh yeah, McDonald's in Korea. Okay, so you enter into a tube. I like it already. Yeah, okay. All right, yeah, you pay for it. That's cool. The pickup box. Okay, you
Yeah, like you prove that you've got your box, which I like.
Yeah, and not only that though, it looks like the food itself was made well. It wasn't just slopped in there. It also looked like it had an actual fucking burger on it, and not one
Well,
of those
I mean,
goddamn
that's
thin
America.
pieces of
because it's
paper.
McDonald's that's because it's McDonald's in
In
a
a-
country that isn't the U.S. And
I'm
it's just
aware.
universally better.
Yeah, no, I'm aware. I mean, McDonald's is the way it is in the U.S. is because people will keep buying their food, and so McDonald's is like, well, what if we reduce the burger size? Will people still buy it? Yes. Okay, what if we made it more expensive? Will people still buy it? Yes. Oh, it's there. I can't blame McDonald's for
Oh
exploiting
yeah,
retards.
yeah. It's entirely the fault of the people. Like my solution to that was I just don't go to McDonald's. Now,
Yeah,
let
exactly
me be
right.
clear.
Yeah.
The only time I go to McDonald's is when I am traveling and I want breakfast, or if I am traveling and it is midnight and I possess no options.
Yeah.
'Cause,
No
listen,
options, McDonald's. Yeah.
Yeah, like listen, I'm gonna hate it. I'm gonna pay too much, and it's gonna make me a little queasy. But it will be food
Yeah.
for a given definition of food.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was about to say that's
Sign it will technically contain nutrients.
it will make a turd, all right.
I said technically, Sneaky.
No, whoa, hold on now. There is plenty of things out there that don't contain any nutrients.
Okay, I mean,
Now,
yes,
admittedly, most of them come from China these days, but you know.
yeah.
I just saw a video recently about the Chinese are faking tea again. Now, I was like, is fake tea making it to America? Apparently, China faking tea has been such a problem, we banned it back in 1823.
Good.
Yeah, we had the Chinese Tea Act back in 1823 because Chinese people faking tea was such a fucking problem, and things 100 years later haven't changed.
Wait. I got on. When you say faking tea, like, are they
Yeah.
like? There's like used tea in, like it's like a used tea bag, or like
It's expired tea. It's tea that was refused from the premium brands. So like basically all of the rotting tea, the not properly cooked tea, and then they'll like take it and do shit to it to adulterate it. So stuff like mixing it in a barrel with perfume to make it seem like it has the fragrance it's supposed to. Spraying this green dye into it to make it look like it's a healthy green tea. Putting shit like plastic into the tea to weigh the tea bags down to make them weigh more.
Oh God.
You're tampering with the food.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, yeah. I want to be clear. I knew it was some manner of food tampering. I just wasn't sure.
So what I'm hearing is China needs to be barred from the market again.
Well,
Yes.
I mean, we never
doing the
stopped
same with
barring them
rice.
from the market. Yeah, I saw
they've
that
been doing
one.
the same with rice and the plastic, right?
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah. Basically, China has made this like it's not biodegradable, but it's like this loose bond plastic rice where it's really cheap to make, like apparently cheaper than rice, which is insane. But it's really cheap to make, and I think they only sell it internally, and they try to sell it to like the Philippines and shit, but basically it's just an internal China thing right now. But they like they they do the drug dealer thing where they split the bag of Coke with sugar 50-50 to extend the amount of rice they have. But yeah, they basically like mix it with real rice. So like a majority of the rice cooks fine, but then you have this like chemical release from the rest of the rice, and they don't cook right, and you kind of just shrug and you're like, well, I mean, they cooked, but I guess they just didn't cook right. It should be fine to eat them. and so then
And then
all
you
these
die.
people are
Spoilers,
well.
not fun.
Yes, but like painfully. So it's not like eating plastic that kills them. It's like the chemicals that the cooked plastic rice released is stuff that cause like liver cancer and
Oh my
kidney
Yeah,
swelling
carcinogens.
and respiratory problems. It's great. Great stuff. Great things are happening in China. But yeah, it's pretty. It's pretty insane. Someone got caught recently selling. I say caught recently, but the business already went out of business like 10 years ago. But they were selling 50-year-old liquor, eel liquor, 30 years ago, and so now people were opening it now, and they're like, "Oh boy, it's time to finally enjoy my eel liquor that's been fermenting for 50 years." Um, and then it turns out
And
the
they
eel
died?
inside was plastic.
Oh.
So it didn't react with the alcohol, but at the same time, they just have alcohol that's been sitting there for 50 years, not fermenting with the eel. It's just alcohol.
And plastic.
Yeah, it's alcohol and plastic. Yeah.
Congratulations, you've accelerated your microplastic dosage.
Yeah.
You're no longer
so,
microdosing microplastics.
I'm now
You're
macro
macro-dosing.
dosing. Yeah. So, speaking of macro dosing microplastics, let's macro dose some macroplastics and read a fairy tale My Hero Academia story.
Ugh.
Instant cancer.
I don't even need to read this. This is just going to be awful.
I know, it's the best part. Fairy tales Forsaken Hero. What do you mean Shigaraki Yoriichi?
Excuse you.
Oh, that's his
Fuck
name.
did you say
Okay.
to me?
It's just Shigaraki. Apparently that's his name.
This is going to be
I only knew him as
so
Shigaraki.
bad.
So anyway, Shigaraki never expected victory to taste bittersweet. Oh my god, here we go. His brother was
Let's hear it,
gone, and in a
victory.
act of spite and hate, he died with the last laugh. Now Yoichi is in a land not his own, in a world that suffered no ruin nor madness by his father's heirs. What? In a world,
Just keep
he
going.
has to choose to either be the hero he dreamed to be or the general he was forced to become. Okay, so who the fuck is this guy? Is this an OC? Am I missing some lore on
No,
My
this
Hero
must
Academia?
be like a...
Yoichi Shigaraki is the younger twin brother of Zen Shigaraki. Oh! Yoichi Shigaraki is the guy with the stockpiling quirk who originally had One for All. Oh!
Okay.
His brother was gone, and in a act of spite and hatred, he died with the last laugh. Now, okay, so they killed each other, and now he's in Fairy Tale. It's just gonna be a self-insert. Like, we basically don't have a character of this guy at all, besides, like, a couple of flashbacks, and I guess he showed up later on in the show or something. But it's basically just gonna be a fucking self-insert story. Like, he doesn't even have a character tag. Like,
wow.
That right. See, that's why I thought it was like an OC at first or something. He doesn't even have a character tag.
OC.
Of course, he had stolen decay in his last seconds too, and his arm would regrow. Wait. Wait.
Yes.
What the fuck happened at the end of My Hero Academia? You know what? No, I don't know. I don't care. You know what? I honestly don't give a shit.
I think you do. I think you care a lot.
No, I've actually decided I don't
I
give a
think
shit.
Purple needs to send you a dissertation on this.
No, I'm good.
You sure?
Meanwhile, Gray is having the mother of all debates with Aeon.
Yeah,
in
I was
the
gonna say there's like a
Fanfiction channel.
whole real discussion going on, and we're
Yeah, well,
reading
hey,
garbage
we have
fanfiction.
Deku gets cucked. Yeah, well, you know. Hey, well, look,
He
we
doesn't?
could
Question
read their
mark?
discussion, but really, it's just Gray saying that he likes some stuff, he didn't like some stuff, and Aeon saying he didn't like some stuff and he did like some stuff. Aeon's just, programmatically wrong, of course, as per usual.
Mm. Oh.
I don't know why people keep saying that about My Hero. It's like, how much of the story do y'all get from just like memes?
My Hero,
Listen, the only
like
the
90%
only
of it.
thing I would say the only thing I know about My Hero is that the ending was bad, but
Sure.
only because they somehow managed to miss the entire point of the story they were telling this whole time.
Well, to be fair, the author kind of
Yeah.
forgot why he was telling the story and changed why he told the story multiple times, so it's not really.
I'm gonna say that's not exactly uncommon.
I'm not saying it isn't. I'm just saying it's just like, wow, you really missed the point on that. You missed your own point, and I'm not sure how you managed that, sir.
Skill.
I went quiet suddenly. It's all contemplating My Hero Academia, I guess.
Yeah, I'm good. I don't know. I thought about it for a hot second and decided that no, I'm right. I don't give a shit about My Hero Academia.
I mean,
Purple
you
says she
shouldn't, but
never
that's for an
watched it.
entirely separate set of reasons.
Very true. Very true. Very true. Very true. Must be true. Okay, you know what? That's a compelling ad.
What? No, it's not.
Cat girls. That is extremely compelling.
Look, I'm not saying I would read the story.
You know what? Go ahead. Click the ad. Tell us what it is. Where's this ad link you to? What
Exactly.
swap is this?
I want to see where this goes. You know,
I mean, he's right. It was made for me.
Quiet sign. Get back in the pervert hole.
No sign. That hole was in fact not meant for you. It was meant for this individual here. This man, clearly it was made for.
Yeah.
I think he has a higher claim on the hole than you do.
No. See. I go for cat
yeah.
girls. He goes for cat. There is a difference.
Nah.
Sign. Unfortunately, according to the list of approved abhumans, you are incorrect.
You know what? Never ask the Emperor who his girlfriend is.
Idiot of the
When
East
the
is not canon.
No,
Fuck you.
no, you mean okay.
When
First
the
of all,
Emperor said
you
fuck
mean
elves, he meant
Gilliman.
it.
First of all, you mean Gilliman. Second
Yes.
of all,
Yeah.
you're wrong.
True.
Like,
Where's the GIF?
But anyway,
one,
also
you
we got
idiot?
My
shit,
Little
Purple.
Pony, My Hero Academia. What the fuck?
Yuck.
Oh, that
My
came out of
Hero
nowhere.
Shadow Realm? After finding the Black Jewel,
Huh?
Izuku is rejected from UA and is transported to a realm of shadows, finding the inhabitants there had been trapped there for centuries. If he can't be a hero, he might as well be a villain. That is, I hate that shit.
What?
That is complete betrayal of the Izuku's character
Oh my god,
in
that
totality,
is so...
and I don't even like the fandom.
Well, that's because the fandom's full of people who unironically believe that and go, "Oh, the evil."
My internet died at the idea
once
of
again-
knowing MHA lore. True.
once again, I cannot stress enough. These are the people who write Frank Castle and don't understand and are not fit to write Frank Castle.
Yeah, right. Like, there's a lot of stories out there that I've seen where, oh, Izuku villain. You
First of all,
Yeah, sure.
no.
basically have to erase Izuku's character. And as much
Yes.
as I shit on Izuku as a character, he does have one. I don't like him. I don't like his character, and I think he's contradictory in a lot of places, but he does have one. And any story, and I've read some good Izuku as villain stories, but it effectively wasn't Izuku.
Yeah.
Now, the only Izuku as a villain story that was both Izuku and Izuku as a villain that was extremely well done was UA Civil War, which was Izuku pretending to be a villain, which I thought was really
which gets a little out of hand.
Well, yes, but he said it never really gets out of hand. It seems like it got out of hand, but actually it was all part of the plan.
Yes.
Honestly, I think UA Civil War, again, all these shows have an escalation problem. UA Civil War is a great example of how Ruby and My Hero Academia and tons of other shows could have not escalated the story, but still had cool fights and character development.
Hang on. I seem to recall, wasn't this story the one you were complaining about with the locker room scene?
No, that is Leviathan.
You sure? Because
Yes.
I thought it was the same
Fine, I read the
premise or something.
That is
No,
totally
Leviathan is where Izuku gets the power of Leviathan from Worm. And when he transforms into Leviathan, he kind of loses conscious thought.
Plus, Civil
Good night,
War
Purple.
UA was its own separate thing, and the only thing Sneaky ever really said negatively was like the follow-up spin-off sequel thing.
So the problem I had with Civil War is that on AO3 you can write sequels for someone else's story. And you can link your story to theirs.
Yeah.
So when I first was reading, I'm not a fan of that at all. So when I was first reading the supposed sequel to Civil War, I was excited because I thought it was the same author. And I started reading the sequel, and I was like, "This is dog shit. What the fuck? What happened?" And then I look at the author, and I go, "Oh, this isn't the same author. What the fuck? Why are you allowed to hook your story into someone else's?" Now, admittedly, the author has to enable that option, so like some random can't just fucking randomly hook their story to yours. But if the author enables the option because someone approached them and was like, "Hey, I really loved your story. Can I try writing a sequel for it?" And they're like, "Oh, sure, little guy. Let me turn that on for you."
Yeah, that'd be one thing, but this is not that.
No, I mean, it is that, but it was dog shit. But anyway, so there was 2 sequel stories that were made. The first sequel story was an attempt at being a genuine sequel story in where the next year rolls around and now they're doing a 3-way war between the 3 major high schools of Japan for hero schooling, similar to the arena battle that they did in canon, but this time around it was the entire graduating class instead of like 10 people from each school. Which was cool. It was a cool idea. But obviously that adds in literally hundreds of characters. And it became basically impossible to write, and also there was effectively no reason for Izuku to steal the day, because the reason why Izuku was able to steal the day in UA Civil War was because he intricately knew everyone in his class and how they would act.
Yeah. He doesn't know any of these other kids. He hasn't had an entire semester to freakishly research them.
Yeah. And so it kind of missed the point of UA Civil War and was also just really written poorly. And so I tried the other Civil War sequel story, and this was a time travel one, which is why I was interested in it, because the idea is that the Kingpin class gets transported to the Canon class, and they meet each other and see how their differences were versus, Civil War AU versus the normal class. And I dropped that story because the author thought it would be funny if the entire Kingpin class conspired together to pretend that they were all gay lovers.
Yeah.
And
That
that
was a
not a
thing.
single person in the class was straight. And then they accidentally discovered that they actually were all gay, and that all of their acts of being fake boyfriends and girlfriends was real.
That's retarded.
See,
I dropped that
Yes.
story before it got to that point.
see,
thankfully.
here's the thing. You had me initially because, yeah, if I was a big if I had the opportunity to time travel, that'd be a fantastic way to mess with my previous self.
Well, not only that,
Or
there's
alternate
plenty of
timeline
people in the class that would pretend to be in a relationship just to fuck with themselves.
Oh, yeah. No, absolutely. Like, listen, I can 100% see some of the girls of 1A being like, okay, guys, we're gonna all pretend to be in Bakugo's harem.
Right.
Ugh.
Yeah. But the problem
But
here,
Sai,
though,
your visceral reaction there is
is the
exactly
point.
why they
That's
would
why.
do
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
the
exactly the
problem
point.
is explicitly the author was like, what if we all pretended to be gay? And it's just like, okay, this is an AO3 story, and it's rated M times
And like,
M.
here's the thing: it's like,
I know
there
where
could
this
be
is
comedy
going.
value in that.
But again, if it's like
There won't be.
there was a joke at one point, and this is where I kept reading. I didn't immediately drop it. The joke was that they were spreading the initial rumor was that Izuku and Bakugo were gay lovers. And that's funny because obviously both Ken and Izuku and Bakugo would be like, "Yo, what the fuck? No."
I would say
Not even
that is
consider it.
incredibly wrong on
Yeah.
so many levels.
And so it's funny, but then they were like, "Oh, well, actually, it was so funny that everyone wanted to be a gay lover of someone else," and it's just like, "Oh my god." Oh, and then they found out that actually it was kind of sweet, and they were into being gay, and they all just chose to be gay because being gay is a choice, according to
It's a
fanfic
choice.
authors.
Except when it's not.
Yeah. It's, man, fanfic authors doing more damage to the gay community than kids of blacks in the 80s. But anyway, yeah. So crossover fanfics. These don't get any better. To no surprise, of course. Ash Ketchum's
course they
very
don't.
confusing adventure. Ash Ketchum goes to My Hero Academia universe. Ash isn't surprised by whole new dimension thing. He more confused by quirks. But that don't stop him from just taking Eri during Yakuza raid and deciding to teach her about Pokemon, completely unaware that they don't exist here. Super strong Ash AU.
That's retarded.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
The Pokemon would not be that strong.
I mean, depending on the Pokemon, really.
Okay.
I mean, also,
Okay.
Ash is
Okay,
like
let me be clear.
hold up.
Let me be clear. Let me be
Taking
clear.
out a
Hold up.
Are we
god?
getting Ash at the end of a run or the start of a run?
Well, so considering it's labeled super strong Ash AU.
End of a run, obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I would say if it's the end of the run,
Yeah.
or if he's getting like the dream team of, okay, Ash, here's the 6 strongest things you ever trained, not legendaries. Come on.
Who will win? The strongest legendary versus a fucking crab. Well, the answer is the fucking crab, because the crab has a higher attack stat.
Yes.
That crab does not fuck around.
Who hates more, this rabbit or God? The answer is this rabbit. This rabbit hates you more than God does for catching on.
Significantly
size of
more.
it.
Let's be clear. Significantly more.
Yeah.
Look at all the bones.
Hey, look at it! It's God's strongest hater.
But eerie.
Indeed.
Alright, go, Kelly.
But anyway, yeah. A fracture in reality looking lot like bad TV reception if you fall through face first. Vertigo turned to static, static turned to glittering dark, then thump Ash Ketchum, land hard on industrial flooring that smell bleached concrete dust and thousand quiet regrets. Also, yeah, Ash Ketchum casually can lift 634 tons.
Yeah, because of aura.
Yes.
Yeah. Pokemon trainers are just built wrong in general.
None
Like,
of them built
I
different, just built
recognize
properly.
that Ash is one of those like 5 to 10%ers that are even weirder than other trainers. But it's like, oh,
Yeah. Personally, I am actually a big fan of the various Pokemon AUs that follow along the line of type trainers get affected by the type they train.
Yeah. Have
like
you been reading
Lucario
Hard?
owners
Fighting type
inadvertently
owners get affected.
unlocking.
Yeah.
Well, not even that. Like Lucario owners inadvertently unlocking the ability to use Aura, on like passively and actively, depending on
I was gonna
who
say,
it is.
doesn't Ash have aura?
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Yes.
he just
Yes.
has one of the strongest
Yeah.
auras in the entire series.
Yes.
For
Yeah.
some reason.
Well, that's because he's a special boy. But
Well, for some reason, he says after Ash being blessed by like 12 different literal gods.
Just like,
Yeah.
hey, why do you
Yeah,
have the
for
same
some
power as
reason.
Sir Aaron? Also, one of the better Pokemon movies, honestly.
Yeah,
in
that
my
was a
opinion,
pretty good
some
one.
stuff. I've kind of gone
Yeah, I
through
liked
it
it like that. That was kind of funny.
decently, yeah.
It was that one.
most of the Pokemon
I don't
movies are
remember
pretty
which
solid.
other
I
one
just did some of
really
that. I like
liked.
it.
I think it was the fifth one.
I'm gonna be honest. I think the second one was possibly the best Pokemon movie.
Which one was the second
Lugia and Oo, or just Lugia,
Yeah.
really.
one? Well,
Lugia.
yes, no, that was the best one.
Yeah.
There's no. The first two movies are the best. I'm sorry. There's no.
One of the ones where
yeah,
Team
that's
Rocket
fair.
stepped up and proved, oh, these two are absurdly competent. They just keep messing up with Pikachu for some reason.
Yes.
I always like.
Well, that Pikachu is a menace.
Well, not only that, but also I believe the second one is where we get the famous line from the Rockets when Ash goes, "Why are you helping me?" And they go, "There is no world to rule if it's all Ash."
But yeah, anyway, what I was gonna say was, have you been reading the story?
My first one was the favorite where Ash fucking died.
Yeah, true.
Well, Ash dies and then he comes back because he's a fucking
My
badass.
AU is that he
He got
just
better.
dies.
No, I would say there's actually there's a couple Pokemon stories I've been reading. One is where a guy self-inserts into Brock and
Yes, rock
absolutely
hard.
fixes Brock's
Or
life.
hard enough.
No,
my bad.
hard enough.
Yeah, hard
Yeah.
enough was good. Yeah.
And then there's I think it's like Pokemon Trainer Vicky or whatever by
Yes,
Saris.
Pokemon. Yeah, another one. Yeah, Saris is a Saris is one of those quality authors. Yeah.
Where it's like, how am I gonna make this universe different? Well, Oak fucking died.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yes, but also I really like how Saris portrayed the Pokemon universe, and I think they actually really nailed the balance between it being deadly, serious, but also at the same time, like, still lighthearted.
Yeah, well, I was gonna say it's one of those things where they showed what a difference someone like Oak can make in a culture,
Right, true.
provided
That's well.
that he
yeah.
can make it happen, right? Because like,
Right, but I was also talking more about like the depiction of Pokemon, because like some stories kind of like really downplay Pokemon abilities besides during the fights, and then some stories are like Pokemon are walking apocalypses, you know, and it's like another one's Fugman.
Yeah.
Fugman's both Born of Desire and Born of Caution. I think that he struck another nice balance. Because, like, the other problem is, right, like, if it's too gamey, then the main character metagames, right?
Yeah.
Like, oh, I'll just get a Krabby because they have the highest attack stat. You know, but then if it's too serious business, then it's hard to maintain stakes if, like, every
Have a good night.
Pokemon battle is death
Later.
battle. See it. So it's honestly a really hard balance to strike. Another one I think that did it well was fucking hell, what's it called? Shit, it was literally, I was just thinking about it as I said another one. Fuck. Yeah, Pokemon Trainer Vicky, Hard Enough, Fugman, and
Actually,
it's
I
gonna
don't
come
think
to me in an
Ho-Ho
hour.
was in. Ho-Ho wasn't in the
Spoon?
Lugia movie, was he?
No, Ho-Oh was not in the second one. I was just saying Ho-Oh and Lugia because of Gold and Silver.
Yeah, it's Gold and Silver, but it's really just Soul Silver.
What was it? The something about Spoon?
Yes! Spoon! Do you call Spoon a sword?
Yeah, that.
By Fabled Webs, I believe.
Yeah, that's Fabled Webs.
Fabled Webs, he's like a solid author. He hasn't written like real bangers, but he is also one of the few people who's actually not only finished a Worm story by actually beating Worm in a way that wasn't ass-pully, but also finished a Tinker of Fiction story.
Well, I mean, that just God.
That's impressive.
Yes. The problem with Tinker of Fiction is that usually the story escalates outside of the author's ability to write it. But anyway, let's see what we got here. He pushes himself to his knees. Hat knocked askew. Pikachu tumbling off his shoulders with indignant Pikachu and crackle static that raises the hairs on Ash's arms. His Rotom phone cartwheels out of his pocket, flips upright midair on pure gadget smugness, hovers buzzing. Ash blinked. Massive room. Ceiling rise like it trying to escape.
You okay?
Black girders and weirdly smooth walls, light fixtures humming like nervous insects. Somebody went to Purple Prose 101, didn't they? 3 people already fighting forth that fusing unfusing. Air itself feels spiky, wrong around him, ripping chunks of floor resembled into barb geometry. A caped teen in tatters, blonde, still standing somehow. A lean man with rectangular glasses look like he solved next week crossword, but hates the answer.
What do that mean?
Also,
did he
by
mean
the
by
way, go ahead and mark off. Author describes characters in the opening paragraph. If anyone has that, I do not appear to have that, actually. Unfortunate. One on far side, something tall and monstrous with mask and claw and too many arms launches stone spear that bang shriek against reinforced pillars. Okay, first off, Ash would call that a Pokemon. He would say that's a weird looking Pokemon or something.
Yep.
Not monster. No one looking at new arrival except her. A tiny girl crouches near toppled chunk of wall, bluish off-white hair, blah, blah, blah. Character description, character description, character description, character description. Something inside Ash that crossed region and sky and whole other world brace back. For a moment, war, quake of earth battle become distant. There, this girl, there, Pikachu, now steady Ash forward. Ears canted forward, there Ash heart heavy but certain. He get to his feet. Pikachu climb up usual post. Cheek pouches dimming in ember yellow, not lightning. Ash dusts off his shorts and adjusts his cap by reflex. He does mental head count without needing to. Krookdial, Hwalucha, Dracovish, Incineroar, Bayleaf, Pokeball cool and ready at his belt, their weight as familiar as breath. He walked towards girl, hands visible, palm out. It's kind of slow he learned from Charmander Fitapig. The slow that says, I'm not here to catch you, I'm here to see you. Hey, big room, huh? She doesn't answer. She looks at Pikachu instead. The look is a question she's too afraid to ask. His name is Pikachu. Pikachu offers, just as soft. He lifts his little paw with tactile delicacy that would put a surgeon to shame. Taps his tail to his own cheek, pantomime of greeting.
I mean, I know Pikachu's smart, but he's not that smart.
I mean, no, he's pretty smart. The girl gaze flickers to opening chaos. Green-haired boy, electricity spitting off him like regret.
What did he mean
Didn't
by
you
this?
already use like regret on one of these?
I don't think that's the problem I have with that statement, Sign.
Sure it's not, but that was the first thing I called.
I have so many more issues with this statement than the fact that he's reused it.
Yeah, that just caught my attention because, you know, something I'm hyper aware of. Oh, I've used this before. Shit, I can't use it again. Anytime soon.
Yeah, no, I did catch myself when I was going through a section I already edited on Undying Scarab where I was like, recklessly, I was like, fucking goddamn it. You idiot.
Local man accidentally writes something twice.
The clawed thing facing them spit pillar into knives, throws knives that, like, throws the knives like he hates the air.
I hate the air that you're wasting with this, author.
It's so true, Betsy.
You don't have to talk, Ash tells her, but if you want to, I'm listening.
I'm getting food. Fuck this.
Oh god, that sounds like that copy pasta of the you don't have to tell me whatever, but you do have to eat this. You know what I'm talking about?
You have to eat all of the eggs.
Yeah, that one.
He kneels to be level with her. Up close, the bandages aren't random.
You know what? On that note, I'm also going to leave. Good night.
Probably wise.
Probably wise. And then there was us. Just the two of us. We can make it if we try. Just the two
God
of us.
damn it! You earned all.
How dare you?
That's how-
What the hell
you
did
said you
it?
were lying down on your bed.
Dude, I've been up and down and all around since then.
Oh, okay.
It's also a wireless headset, so
Oh, fair enough, I suppose. Knock the grown-ups out of frame for a second. If this is world where Pokemon exist, she should have met a Pichu.
Huh.
I'm sorry, what?
What? Or a Skitty. Maybe this place keeps kids inside. Maybe that's why she doesn't know what Pokemon are. It hurts in a way that's larger than this room.
Are we sure this wasn't AI or didn't have AI help?
No.
This is just big stupid
No.
author.
I can guarantee you this is 100% unfiltered, natural stupid.
Farm raised.
Farm raised, natural stupid.
Authentic stupidity. Okay.
Yeah, this is
The best kind.
yeah.
The worst.
So anyway, blah blah blah, no one gives a shit, blah blah blah, no one gives a shit, blah blah blah. He kidnaps Eri.
As one should do. It's
Yep.
a moral obligation.
Years of sprinting come in handy. He isn't sure when his body started to be John Wick. Maybe somewhere between being turned to stone and meeting
Hold the
God.
fuck on. Ash wouldn't know who the hell John Wick is.
The world slows like
Sneaky, did you
Zawoldo.
take some artistic liberty there?
Yes.
Okay.
For a moment, I thought we were talking about some OC, not Ash.
Well, I mean, we are basically talking about an OC here. Like, this is not Ash.
Yeah,
Basically at all.
I know, but just like the way we kind of cut in, I'm like, wait, is this an OC character? I thought we were talking about an Ash.
Yeah, the John Wick and Zawoldo are my additions, but no, he really is talking about how basically he entered stopped time mode and then proceeded to John Wick through the room, flaring his aura.
As one does.
And then one shots overdrive. Overhaul? Yeah, overhaul.
Overhaul.
One shots overhaul in the frozen time mode. And he one-shots him so hard with an aura punch that he's blasted through several walls. Huh, says the villain as he travels. Huh, says the villain when the wall decides it's optional. Gary is gonna shit himself when Ash just pulls out a gun. The more complex the system, the funnier it is when they pull a gun out. Let's Pokemon battle, Ash! Pulls out gun. Gun! Use shoot! What? Bang! Gary has fainted. Gary is unable to battle.
Gary has fainted forever.
He is both too tough. Is that fucking AI? That's great. Oh, that's terrible.
Oh no. I am 90% certain that's the meeting with Caterpie. Oh no.
Hold still, I'll get him. Throw the Pokeball, Ash. It's a switch, Misty. Pokemon battles in the hood are different.
Ooh.
Draco, use Rat-a-tat-tat.
God damn it.
No.
Clock V, use Bert. Ash used Mag Dump, hit 5 times, super effective.
If you only hit 5 times, there's a problem.
No, I mean, it was a Mag Dump, so... You can't expect civilians to be that, accurate.
Yes, I can. I do it every time.
Anyway. Um, let's see. The blah 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 blah. Skids to stop the holy kick through. Hero's eyes fighting their own lag. That kid is 10. He should not be here. Sorry, Eri. Do you get motion sick? Overhaul sits in the air. Blah. Plague mask shredded. He hates everything. Looks at Ash. Parentheses, his speed is incredible, parentheses, Overhaul thinks in the shape of words. That read like a medical diagnosis with margin notes. What?
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm. What?
It wasn't misheard, dude.
He closes the distance with a punch aimed at Ash's face. It is not subtle. It doesn't need to be. It's the kind you throw when you expect the world to get out of your way. A tiny invisible switch flips inside Eri. She doesn't scream and she doesn't warn, she turns outward. Her quirk, Rewind, reaches like a panic muscle memory, like a hand in the dark that only knows to pull backward, to unmake, and to undo. Time itself scrapes against Ash's skin like a wind shear, a current tugging at bones and humming his teeth. It hits his aura and finds purchase, but not permission. Ash's aura
It
is
doesn't
not
fucking
a...
need permission.
Yeah. Ash's aura is not a wall, it is a sea. It takes the force, takes the intent, dilute, diffuses, and in the span of a blink, the rewind scatters into the eddies of something older and calmer than fear. I'm sorry, but fear is one of the first emotions ever felt.
Yeah.
Ash doesn't know what science word here. He only knows that sometimes the world tries to change you and you don't let it. What? Overhaul's punch lands and does exactly as much as it should do to a boy who has been headbutt by a Tauros multiple times. Nothing. What? Says Overhaul, aloud this time. Fury pinpricking his skin into hives beneath his mask. He hates being touched. He hates being wrong more. Ash lifts his right hand, his left keeping Eri balanced, and lays 2 fingers against Overhaul's chest as if checking for a heartbeat. He pulls those fingers back a single inch, and then he puts the inch back exactly how he wants. The punch is nothing. For Overhaul, it's everything. Ash has just delivered him a 2-finger death punch to his heart.
I'm pretty sure Ash doesn't kill. Except unintentionally, obviously.
The fusing that Shisaki did between the two of them unspools, separating them perfectly. Huh?
Huh?
Ash, who's seen stranger, blinks once and files it under, yeah, that happened. It's over for you, snarls Overhaul, and reaches not with a fist, but his quirk, a surgeon's blasphemy, a hand that means to disassemble the little yellow thing that will not stop smiling on Ash's shoulder. He imagines some quirked rodent. He imagines wrong cause and effect. Pikachu has now been bored for 6 seconds, which is too long according to Pikachu. Irontail hums, white and clean, and Overhaul's hand hits it like a knife hitting a tuning fork. The bones in his hand reconsider their life choices of being a hand.
Oh, they're trying too hard to be funny.
Pikachu observes to no one, which is electric type for we are now doing this.
What? Are you taking liberties again?
I fucking wish! Man, I love that episode where Ash meant Glockachu and fended off all of the spear ops. Yeah.
Huh?
He's or is making a Pokemon gun joke. Ops, as in the Accuracy International tube on a rolling block.
Oh.
Spearows, Spear Ops.
Pharaohs, yeah.
Anyway. Oh, God. I pray for the yes, indeed. Yes. God can't do this. Listen, I found a shitty meme more entertaining than this trash fanfic. Yes.
Not hard.
Not hard. What the fuck? In a single silver arc, blink and you miss it, Irontail carves an X across the villain's chest, through cloth, through the ridiculous plague outfit, through his pride. It isn't a deep cut, as Ash doesn't let Pikachu go for lethal. That's not the game here. But it is instant, and it is clean, and it is a letter. Wrong. That's a word, not a letter, author. Overhaul staggers with more anger than pain, the sight of blood on his own clothes, splashing gasoline on his germophobia. Ash breathes out, in. It is not a battle cry, it's just enough to turn the air. He pivots, plants, spins, one turn, then another, then another. A 360 becomes a 720 you don't plan. You just recognize the way through kinetic math brings heel to jaw inevitability of sunrise.
Huh?
His sneaker meets Overhaul's chin. The sound is a pop, a punctuation mark. Overhaul becomes a statistic on the floor. Silence lands like a
Well.
feather.
This is definitely written by AI, right?
Are you sure this isn't AI?
It's definitely written by AI, right?
I don't know. I on one hand, sort of, it does feel like AI now. Like earlier on, it was very much like gibberish.
Authentic
Like
stupidity?
Yes, but like I mean, like the grammar was fuck awful. Like it was like I was reading it as it was written. The grammar was fuck awful. But now the grammar is better. You know what it is? I think
What?
the author had the AI write the scene, and then they rewrote it.
It's possible.
Because you're right, it does sound like AI writing, but it doesn't have the grammatical hallmarks of AI writing. But it does have the
Yeah, it
grammatical
sounds like he was.
hallmarks of someone who doesn't know how to write. So I think it's someone asked for the AI to write a chapter, and then they tried to rewrite the chapter to be, air quotes, less AI.
Yeah, it makes sense.
But it becomes a statistic on the hallway floor. That's a pretty hard line though. I will give
That was
credit where
pretty
it's
good.
due. Yeah. Um But yeah, anyway, so this story is fucking garbage ass shit. Does it ever get into AI moments? Oh, yep, here we go. Okay, so yeah, finally he stopped rewriting it. Here's some AI. Yeah, so we can confirm he did originally start writing it. Then at some point he did switch to rewriting what the AI continued off of what he wrote. And now we're entering the part where he is now, yeah, the grammar massively improves here. Yeah, so it's 100%. He got to the point where he couldn't keep writing it, and he got bored of rewriting what the AI was writing, and he just started copy pasting. Yep.
He just said, "Fuck it, they'll never notice."
Yeah, pretty much. Just fuck it. They'll never notice. He really had us fooled in the start. Um,
It sounded like authentic stupidity.
it's
Yes.
yeah, it sounded like authentic stupidity at first, but now yeah, okay. Then I'm seeing some return. Okay, yeah. So the guy is definitely using AI writing to supplement his dog shit. That's amazing. That is amazing. That wow. Um. Hualucha, Hualucha cried, vowels long, consonant sharp. The sound not a screech but a singer. He folded a living blade and fell. Flying
Yep,
press
that's
isn't a
AI.
move, it's a philosophy. It isn't flight and it isn't wrestling. It isn't justice. It's what happens when you decide that the sky is the start of the throw. What?
Yeah, that is
This
AI.
is so AI. Oh my god. Well, I will
Bro's not
summon the
even trying to
toaster.
hide it.
I have summoned the toaster. Oh wow, that is a particular flavor of awful. Let's see what else we got here. We got Persona, My Hero Academia Cross. That sounds like ass. JoJo Bizarre Adventure, My Hero Academia Cross. Where Izuku gets a stand at a young age. And then he gets all for one. Sorry, one for all. Of course he does, because why be original in a crossover story? Um, Izuku now has to live up to both being the symbol of peace and the stand user of Star Platinum.
Oh no.
Of course he does.
He's been given one of the strongest stands in all of JoJo. However, will he cope?
I know, right? I know. However, will he cope? What the fuck is that? Okay, yeah, that's fine. I will ping nose with this one just to harm him.
Brilliant. I was about to say it's a shame he left right before things were gonna actually start offending him.
I know, right? That is how it goes.
He has a sixth
I
sense for it, a
actually
nose
managed to
for it, you
nail
could
him.
say.
I managed to nail him with the Dio beam earlier today.
Oh yeah.
It was good. He didn't expect it. Hang on, Sneaky. Let me grab it for you
All
so
right.
you could appreciate it.
Go ahead. Pop off, King. Oh, yes, it was Medio. Yeah, I already saw that a couple days back. And the second I saw it, I was like, is this It Was Medio? And I was right.
I didn't even need that. I just saw you thought this was a normal meme.
Oh, you
'Cause
know
there's
what?
only
That's
one
fair.
meme that
mean,
starts
Yeah,
like that.
you know what? See, I
the
didn't think
phone
about that,
thing.
but the second I saw the word it, I was like, oh, this is an It Was Medio meme.
Yo, what is that? What is that first misspelling?
Oreo! Black Swordsman Deku, hero of Aincrad. Welcome to My Hero Academia SAO crossover, a My Hero Academia SAO crossover story. We follow quirkless Izuku as he goes on a dark journey in the castle in the sky, haunted by his past. He is a solo player on the front lines. As he solo clears every floor, he must learn to overcome his own darkness and find the strength to save the world. But what is waiting for him in real life? Wow.
No.
Is it bad that I thought we were reading a Kingdom Hearts fic from this?
No. No.
Probably not.
You're fine. Like, okay, so first off, replacing Kirito, you're dog shit. Kirito's
Oh,
a
what did
great
you
character.
expect?
Second off, writing another generic as fuck, blank, but they're in Aincrad and they don't have any powers story. Oh, also, Izuku replaces Asuna. So it quite literally is just a Kirito replacement fic. So it's an Izuku times Asuna story. So I'm not a mega fan of Sao. I haven't watched later seasons of Sao. I wasn't a fan of the second season of Sao. It was kind of cool, but I wasn't a huge fan of it. And, I mean, to be honest, I feel ambivalent about the first season. However, I really liked Asuna and Kirito's arc.
Yes.
I liked the two of them. I liked the ship. And this is like, it's one of those stories that blatantly, clearly shows two characters together. And they straight up adopted a fucking daughter as well. But
Yes.
blatantly shows two characters together. They are actually dating. Like, it's like, oh man, wouldn't it be cool if they didn't know? They literally got married.
Yeah, I was gonna say they got married.
Not just that. A reminder that the rest of the quote-unquote harem all lament how they don't stand a chance
Yeah.
because Asuna was
Yeah.
there first, and they have a connection.
Yeah. But anyway, like, I any fanfic story that puts Asuna with anyone but Kirito, kill yourself. That's my opinion on it.
And
Yeah,
thus
it's kind of
Sneaky
an
has
old shit
spoken.
move.
Yeah. It's like, it is, in the world of anime, there are so few canonical relationships in terms of romance.
Yeah, not many main girl one.
It used to be that bad.
Yeah. I mean, it's
Like-
been bad since like the 80s.
Yeah, you can blame Love Hina for that.
Pretty much. But like, there is so few canonical romantic relationships in the world of anime, and as much as you might dog on Sao, the Kirito Asuna arc is very sweet, well done in my opinion. They actually focused on it to the detriment of the fucking story originally.
A little bit.
But it is a very solid motivation for Kirito, which is why I even tolerated the second season. I'm not a big fan of changing hard facts about a series. Like, if you want to say, you know, fucking Kirito gets the harem in the end, fine.
I mean, that makes logical sense for.
If you want to say Kirito gets Asuna and what was the Smith?
Liz.
Lisbeth?
Liz.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, Kirito gets Liz as well. Okay, fine. Kirito, Asuna, and Argo. Okay, fine. But
Argo works, yeah.
Argo is such an odd one.
Yeah.
She's great.
Yeah, but there was never anything there outside of like a little bit of side material.
There is not.
No,
there you know, she's a female and he's the male main character, so it's a ship that exists, right? But that's what I'm saying though, is like in my opinion, any ship that exists for Sao has to include Kirito and Asuna. Like, if you're gonna have a relationship happen, Kirito and Asuna have to be in that relationship somewhere. And replacing that is
that
crazy.
is fair.
Yeah. You know, because it's like one thing if it's like, I don't know, Rudius. A self-insert as Rudius, and you go and grab all of Rudius's girls and do it better because you're a cool common sense man. And you're gonna do.
You, Sneaky.
You should have seen where this was going.
I knew where it was fucking going.
The moment he said Rudius, it's like, oh, hang on.
I knew exactly where it was fucking going. I just let it play out longer than I should have.
Sure you did.
Yes. The problem with Sao is the author refuses to end his series, and it's going to just take the wheel every time with every damn arc and subplot. Yeah.
I went on like a full rant on another server.
The whole goddess arc and shit. And I'm kind of just like, oh, we're in the subconscious mind of the human troposphere.
Yeah,
it's just like,
I made a whole thing about how. I made a whole thing about how, like, the first season, like, just including, like, Alfheim and Incrate or whatever they're called, those were acceptable because even if it was, like, a whole genre shift or whatever from Death Game Escape to Rescue the Girl, there was still a direct flow of events.
Sure.
As soon as it was kidnapped, Kirito went to that, boom, that worked. Everything else is kind of just tacked on. Like, that's how I feel. Like, they were, every event, like, from GG, the Gungi Online, to the Excalibur.
Yeah, honestly,
everything was tacked on.
You know what Gun Gale Online feels like? And Max, tell me if you think I'm right on this one. Gun Gale Online feels like that crossover story every fanfic author wants to write, where they completed their original fanfic and their main character is super OP now, and they just want to cross over the character into another property so that they can style on that fandom.
That's exactly what it is. It's also why the author managed to bullshit in the fucking lightsaber.
Oh my god, Kirito is a jump chain.
Kirito is a jump chain!
Oh, man, it's so weird, by the way, how we went from random death game because creator wanted to pretend to be God to Guns Online, and oh yeah, some of Laughing Coffin's members were actual just straight up sociopaths and psychopaths. So we accidentally created digital souls. It's like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
And it's crazy. It's crazy too, because like I started the Alicization arc. I probably got halfway through what was translated at the time officially. I was enjoying it. It was
Mhm.
I think
legitimately
I remember watching bits of the anime.
interesting.
It seemed different enough that I was like, okay, this is nice. And then I found it's like, oh, this is what they're going with it. That's why it's Sal.
Right.
It's
And
still
now we have
SAO at
this
heart, but man, the world and characters around Kirito continue to be more interesting than him.
The meta isekai story becomes even more meta in retrospect. Yeah, pretty much.
And now we're in the
Yeah.
what is it, the Unity arc thing
But,
that's just like every game merged together.
I
And
would
now
have
it's like trying to
loved
figure out.
to see
I have no
GGO
idea,
be
dude.
its own thing, completely separate from Sal.
Yes.
I would no completely
It
separate
kind
from
of
any
is with the
Sal
GGO
plot.
side series.
Yeah, but they kind of already
had a-
tainted it.
You're not
It
wrong,
did have
but
a
I think
spinoff.
it's enough that you can kind of enjoy it as it is. I found it a lot more enjoyable by comparison.
Yeah,
It feels like
but
the author knows what he's doing.
yeah, right, exactly. And it's like I think GGO would have kind of just been like a cool, maybe 1 to 2 season anime at most. In which, the main character, VR Full Dive comes out, they're a big FPS lover, VR FPS comes out, big MMO thing, they're fucking, like, totally into it, um, but just because they're a lover of FPS doesn't mean they're good at it, and they just get fucking clowned on day one. But they have a love for the game and they just want to improve. And so the first season is them improving, them finding a group of friends to, do dungeons with, getting invited to the guild. And then arc 2 is them like doing the tournament death battle where they take the crown, they walk away with the number 1 victory royale. And, it closes scene. Their MMO journey is fulfilled, effectively, right?
Alternately, GGO is about the dolphin dive guy who is an old head who has been playing FPSs since, Doom came out.
Mm-hmm.
And he's trying to bring the old skills into the new full dive world.
Right,
Which I mean,
yeah.
he is a character from the GGO arc from the
No,
tournament.
yeah, no, and that would be another cool idea to set up with for a GGO like story, in which you do have maybe another character. You have the bushy-eyed kid, and you have the old guy who is trying to, and unsuccessfully at times, obviously, but with mixed success, tries to apply old FPS strategies to the new VR full dive experience. You could basically do a buddy cop style anime in where the young kid gets the old guy to let go of things that don't work, but they find success with the things that do work because people on the whole, most of the old heads didn't move to VR, and so a lot of these older tactics actually work because
the
the VR world
newbies
allows for
have
them.
never experienced it.
Yeah, and the people they're fighting against have never experienced it. And so you can kind of have that like bridged gap of experience being covered by unusual tactics. And then maybe in the end, in the final tournament, when they're buddy buddy with each other, they're also fighting another old head in youth, and their bond overcomes the other guy because the other two never found how to be compatible outside of just pure combat, and so his trust in the young upcomer ends up winning them the game or something.
Yeah, make it work.
There's so many ways they could have just had just a feel good VR MMO slice of lifey, but with some action, adventure, and friendship going on. They didn't have to have this life death scenario. Someone invented a gun that kills people in real life in the game, and they've been doxing actual big name people and then killing them in real life to make it look like they're killing them in the game. Like it didn't need that. It didn't need that.
It
Yeah,
really
that was kind of.
Honestly, it would have been way less suspicious if it had been some convoluted plot where people would randomly win a pre-owned nerve gear,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and the listing just didn't mention, oh, by the way, this is the one that had the microwave unit in it.
Right.
Haha, joke.
Right.
That would have
Well,
been
I mean,
way less
No,
convoluted.
everyone knew Nerve Gears had the microwave units in them, and it was only the Amusphere that came after that didn't have the microwaves.
No, I know, Simon, but the point is, it would be less convoluted to come up with some way to trick people into that than
Yeah.
the nonsense they did.
Well, I mean, you wouldn't even need to trick
Yeah, it
people
was kind of
because,
bullshit.
straight up, the Nerve Gear was compatible with, So the Nerve Gear was compatible with Elfheim, and Elfheim
Yep.
contained the World Seed, which got released, which created GGO. And so which means the Nerve Gear was compatible with GGO. And in the Elfheim arc, Kirito directly mentions that the Nerve Gear allowed for a lot more sensory input compared to the Amusphere, obviously because of its more invasive interaction method with your brain.
Yes.
Which is how he ended up pulling off some of the stuff he did in Elfheim because of his greater grasp on the world, effectively.
Yeah, it's
And
how he flies without a controller like everyone else uses.
yeah, and so you have instances of where you could
Kirito
for a plot in
bullshit.
GGO. Well, yes, but I'm talking about for a plot for GGO, you wouldn't need to trick people to using nerve gears. The fact that nerve gears allow you to do bullshit in these world seed based MMOs would be a known internet myth at this point. And so you would also have collectors going out trying to get their hands on still working nerve gears because people are just weird. So you
That's
have
not weird. That's
multiple.
just tech nerds who would do it.
Well, I mean, yeah, but
Let's
you'd have people
let's
who
be
are
real.
collecting them.
Everyone in this chat would love to collect something like that. None of us
Yeah.
would be done enough to use it because
Yes.
of its history.
Well, yeah, that is the nature of
true.
IT versus tech nerd.
Yeah.
But you would have people who would try collecting them just so they could say they collected the original nerve gears. You have people who would be collecting them because these were the ones that were fried people because they're weird like that. You have people going out trying to collect them for the 0.1% edge bonus it might give them in a World Seed MMO. You have people going out and collecting them to try and get like the data off them because again, that's another thing that happened in Elfheim is that Kirito was capable of making illusions that dealt real damage because it loaded model data from Aincrad instead of just inventing a illusion model.
Oh yeah, the Ilfang, the Kobold Lord. He actually summoned that, right?
Yeah.
No, that wasn't the
So
Kobold Lord. It was
It was. It was the first boss.
no, it wasn't. It was
It
the
was.
one where you unlock Starburst Stream.
yeah.
You
Gleam
sure? I
Eyes.
could have sworn it was the. Was it
Yeah,
Gleam Eyes
it
or
was
was
Gleam Eyes.
Thing?
Yeah, Gleam Eyes, yeah.
It would have been
Could've
cool if he'd summoned the
sworn.
Kobold Lord, but the Kobold Lord is not worth remembering, unlike Gleam Eyes, where Gleam Eyes is probably a lot of people's first introduction. Like, oh, wow, anime fights can be flashy and cool as fuck.
Yes. But yeah, so like
Because
there'd be
not
tons
everyone
of
got
reasons as
introduced
to
to
why
Trigger or
people would be
Madhouse.
hunting for nerve gears. So you wouldn't need to trick anyone. And then if you really wanted to have like a twist subplot in there, you could say that there's like someone recreating nerve gears, illegally and selling them as authentic, except like they're using cheap Chinesium parts or something. So like actually the microwave
No, I wouldn't even need to
function.
do that. They're getting scrapped nerve gears and refurbing them.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah, right.
that's what
But
they
like
do. They destroy them.
right,
They
but
just
like
recover them and scrap them.
the point being is that they're doing something to the nerve gear because obviously the nerve gear isn't dangerous to Kirito when he's in
Yeah,
Gun Gale and when he's in Elfheim.
didn't he? Like I was pretty sure, didn't the light novel or something explicitly say later on? Once he got out, he opened that fucker up and disconnected the microwaves.
I have no idea. It's been so
No,
long. I don't think
not
so.
to my knowledge.
Yeah.
Well, it sounds like something he would do with his
Yes, it does.
his
that
interest in
absolutely sounds like
mechatronics,
Kirito.
but I don't think he ever did.
Yeah, I don't think so. But either way, the point being is that Kayaba had a hook specifically to cause brain death that all the other
Yes.
programmers obviously didn't use. But what I'm saying is that basically a person either refurbishing destroyed ones or replacing, or trying to make their own knockoff copies would not be doing it right. And so you could have basically people dying to these knockoff or refurbished copies because of the programming inside them was wrong and it was triggering the microwave function, or, it could have been a remote function of like, oh, he's keeping track of who he's selling them to, and then he's triggering them to kill them, and then he's going to their house to steal shit. Or, like there's so many angles that you can go with.
Other than the one that was used and was fucking retarded.
Other than the most cringe, Asuna, was it no Asuna? It was, what the fuck was he chanting? Her name, Sniper Girl,
Shinon?
Shinon.
Yeah.
I think it was her real name, Asahi.
It was her real
I
name.
think.
Asahi or something?
Yeah, whatever.
I think it
Yeah,
was Asahi.
yeah, that might have been why I was thinking Asuna. Yeah, yeah, he was saying Asia, as he's like basically dry humping her. It's like
that whole scene was
that whole
appropriately
scene
uncomfortable
was
in the
so
anime.
weird. Yeah.
Like,
don't get me wrong, they did a
the
good job
most
with the scene, but it was still just like,
Remember
I don't
what
like
happened with
this.
Asuna?
Yeah.
Wait, you don't know? The dude was molesting her in her hospital bed the entire time.
I know. I'm just saying it was weird, and they did a good job at making it really
it's
fucking
very
weird.
But no, I was saying that's not the weirdest Sal went. The Asuna thing was so much
didn't
worse.
say it was the weirdest.
No one said that.
Fine, stop talking.
Fair.
Sign, are you okay?
Sign's going
He's just
senile.
taking L's.
I didn't think you hit 70 that quickly, Sign.
I wonder why this thing isn't generating my alloy frame.
Is it because you have an item out?
No, it's because I'm out of titanium. Shit.
That would do it. A reincarnation of the seventh Hokage, a Naruto My Hero Academia crossover. Naruto Uzumaki achieved his dream, but what happens when he gets reincarnated into a boy who has the same dream as him, false, to prove people wrong, completely misconstrued, and become the world's greatest hero? No, so Izuku didn't want to prove people wrong. I can say this with 100% certainty that Izuku didn't want to prove people wrong because he did nothing to attain his dream. Unlike Naruto, who trained poorly, but trained.
He put his heart into it.
Did dick fucking shit. People told him he couldn't do it, and he cried.
Yeah.
Take note, this book is original on Wattpad, so if you want Get Chapter faster, reading from there and supporting it, cross-post. Does he have a Patreon is the real question.
Padaron.
Do we have a Padaron mention? Padaron? I'm not seeing a Padaron mention. So bro is just early posting on Wattpad for love of the game.
Alright.
Okay. What if I told you a boy who had no power, no one believed could become a hero, that everyone shut him down? Okay, well, I really hate this shit that like goes on in the My Hero Academia fandom of the fucking Izuku glazing. Of like, oh, everyone shut him down and he had no power, but he had dreams of being a hero. It's like, yeah, yes. That's like if in like the Marvel universe or the DC universe, someone was like, I'm gonna become stronger than Superman. Oh, what's your power? I don't have one. Oh, are you a mutant? No. Oh, do you have billions of dollars? No. Do you know how to build tech? No. What can you
But I'm gonna
bench?
become better than
10
Superman.
pounds? What do you mean you can only bench 10 pounds? It's benching's hard.
He's got noodle arms.
Okay, well, how are you going to become stronger than Superman? Because I am. What are you doing to become stronger than Superman? I'm going to be the best hero. How? Why are you trashing my dream? We're not trashing your dream, kid. We're just fucking asking how. That's like literally everyone around Izuku shut him down because he's like, I'm gonna be the #1 hero. I have no plan,
Okay, how?
no powers. I've put no effort into anything, but I'm gonna become the #1 hero. I'm gonna ask everyone if they think I can become a hero, and they're all gonna tell me no because I've done nothing. I'm a runt. I barely eat enough food to even be considered thin. I don't exercise. I sleep. I
Yeah, but that
don't
would be
sleep
hard.
at night.
Look, don't you know the moral of the story is that you're perfect just the way you are, and you shouldn't have to work to achieve your goals.
You should
They
just
should
wait
be
for the
handed
world to hand
you.
you everything.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, yeah,
It's definitely how it works.
yeah.
Yes, that is how it works. Don't
So
you know?
I just really hate it when people are like, oh, well, Izuku's like the next generation Naruto. It's like, no, he's fucking not. Not even slightly.
No, not even remotely. I mean, he did nothing,
Yeah.
literally nothing to achieve his goals.
And yeah, sure, he did start training eventually after someone gave him everything to achieve his goals.
Oh, no. All Might told him he would give him everything to achieve his goals, but first he had to train. So then he
Yeah, but
started training.
right, but All Might gave him the plan and a nutrition profile.
Yes.
So
Which,
it's not like All Might said, "All right, Izuku, if you train really hard, I will help you become the world's #1 hero." And then Izuku went out and was like, "Okay, this is what I'm going to do every day. This is how I'm going to eat. This is what my schedule's going to be." No. He waited for All Might to give him everything and then ignored it. He didn't eat what he was supposed to. He didn't work out what he was supposed to. He didn't follow any of the schedules. And he thought he was doing better than All Might's plan.
yes.
And All Might canonically even said, effectively, "No, you're not doing better. You're a fucking moron. You almost killed yourself, idiot."
Repeatedly.
So Izuku didn't change from blowing his body up until he blew his body up so many times that everyone around him basically said, "We're not going to let you be a hero if you blow your body up one more time."
Also, if you blow your body up one more time, we won't be able to fix it. So you're fucked, bud.
But that wasn't even what made him change, because they kept telling him if he keeps doing this, he won't be able to become a hero because he'll be too damaged. And he kept blowing them off and kept doing it more and more. And literally the only time Izuku finally changed was when they basically said, we're done. If you do it one more time, we are done.
Wasn't it also
Yeah.
that he was at the point of no return that they couldn't do anything to help him?
Yes.
Yes.
I think that's also what kind of pisses me off, because wasn't that just short before we discovered he had an entire notebook where he was studying his classmates and coming up with ideas and shit?
No, we knew about the notebook long before that.
No, like it was apparent he was taking notes and they were like coming up with creative abilities and shit for them.
Yes.
That's when everybody else found the notebook.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I
Yeah,
just gotta
we-
look at that as like if he's been doing that for everyone else, why didn't he do it for himself?
Exactly.
Because
That's been my whole problem with Izuku this whole time, and I bring it up every single time, fucking authors start glazing Izuku. It's Izuku has this massive blind spot towards himself where he keeps saying shit and doing shit for other people that he will not apply to himself no matter what until he's literally held basically at gunpoint.
well, okay, it's not just that, it's that he idolizes All Might so fucking much that he literally cannot think of any other use for All Might's powers other than the ones All Might has already done.
All Might literally told him, "Stop copying me. You need to find a different way than punching things to use your power because you can't use my power the way I can. So stop copying me." And he was like, "No, I will keep copying you."
Yep.
And it's just like, oh my fucking god. Like I said, he's a very frustrating character, and maybe if people glazed him less, both in the story and out of the story, I could find a greater appreciation for the character as like a flawed character. But because everyone just fucking sits there and glazes him 24/7, I can't.
If he actually lived up to the glazing, that would be one thing. But he
Again,
doesn't.
Yeah, if he lived up to the glazing, it'd be one thing. If people weren't glazing him, it'd be one thing. If he went through the story and people weren't telling him how to achieve his dream, it would be one thing, right? Like, if the nurse never stopped him and said, if you keep doing this, you're going to hurt yourself beyond the point of repair, it would be one thing if he didn't realize that he was doing that, right? But the nurse did, from day one, tell him to stop or he's going to hurt himself permanently. And he's like, yes, but even if I hurt myself permanently, I'll have saved one more person.
Yeah, he's got that weird saving people thing that is completely inexplicable. Like there's no reason for this other than he's just fucking addicted to the idea.
And don't get me wrong, again, his character allows for it. Bullied, isolated, becomes obsessed with, low self-worth, becomes obsessed with the idea of both being recognized and also of saving people from the pain that he went through. Very normal human shit. But, like, people are literally coming to him. Like, even Shiro was able to change a little bit when people pointed out problems to him. A little bit. Not always. I mean, he still ended up becoming Archer anyway. But he was able to live long enough to become Archer. Which is a significant deviation from his previous path, which was probably fucking die young. Correct me if I'm wrong, Max.
It depends on the route, honestly, and the characters he interacts with, but there's at least one version where he doesn't become Archer.
True.
So,
yeah.
Granted, he loses his body, and a homunculus one has to be made for him, but,
Isn't
that
Khaled Liner?
No.
No.
Okay. So, Khalid Liner, the Prisma Ilia line is a weird one. There's plenty of timelines where Shiro doesn't become Archer. Archer unfortunately has a boss who loves hatred-filled irony and keeps shoving him into timelines where he does become himself again because she thinks it's funny as shit. Partially. Also, those timelines are like 2 steps from exploding the world, so he has a job to do. No, Khalid Liner is probably where Shiro gets the most normal life, as far as we can tell.
Yeah.
Oh,
The
Yeah.
manga
right.
still
No,
hasn't
remember.
ended. The manga still hasn't ended, so I don't know
Oh
what
god.
ultimately
So
happens
there's
to that
2
Shiro.
Shiros. There's 2 Shiros
But-
in the Khaled series. There's
Yeah,
one from
so-
the Mute world,
Thunder
which is
Yeah.
Thunder Snow Shiro is still the best Shiro, and I will
Yes.
accept no other answer.
So
Yeah.
Homunculus Shiro is the
Heaven's Feel.
That's the Heaven's Feel ending.
route. Yeah.
Yeah.
Technically,
But,
And as
it's
far
other
as we
than
can
Cosmo.
tell, he does not pursue the path that
He
takes him to
focuses
becoming
entirely
Archer.
on Sakura.
Which is fair.
Yeah.
Pretty much the only one live left at that point.
Well, I thought
He
Ren
gave
was
up his
still alive
entire
at that
hero
point.
shit for her, so
Yeah. But point being is that Shiro was able to change. Naruto very quickly changed. The second someone pointed out how to do things right to him, he was like, "Oh shit, okay." Instant change. This will help me become Hokage.
The second someone explained to him how the Shadow Clones actually function, and explained to him why he's being forced to push his chakra to the limit with 100+ clones every day, he's like, oh, okay, I wish I'd known this sooner.
Right.
And then eventually we get to see all this culminate in, like, the Naruto we get in Boruto, where it's like, oh, Boss Man stepping up to the plate. That's a problem for whoever he just pissed off, because this is a Naruto who's making effective use of his favorite toolkit.
Yeah.
Which
And
is,
but-
it's remained Taijutsu,
Yeah.
Shadow Clone, and whatever flavor
Rasengan.
Rasengan he's got on the plate today.
Yeah.
I am
He
gonna
just
beat
picks
you
and
with this
chooses.
stick and a rock.
Basically.
But yeah, that's like, and all these other characters change, they adapt. When problems get pointed out to them, they do actually end up fixing them, even if it takes a little bit. For Izuku, it's literally he has to be dragged kicking and screaming towards his goal. The goal that he proclaims that his entire existence is for. He has to be dragged kicking and screaming to it. And he resists it the entire way, and it just makes me hate him as a character. And then someone comes along and it's like, oh, Izuku's so good. Who's the next Naruto?
That's gross. Please never make that sound again.
Alright, out of spite, we're making that a soundboard now.
Please don't.
Someone clip it.
no, I'm not doing that. I don't want that anywhere on my.
I just need to remember, 3 hours in.
Yeah, pretty much, pretty near exactly. He did start kicking, and until he couldn't punch and scream. Yeah, you're right. He wasn't even kicking and screaming. He was just punching and screaming until he couldn't punch anymore.
He ran out of punches.
But yeah, it's just like, and like this is actually a great example. Naruto actually has an equivalent. Naruto, upon using the point-blank wind Rasengan, had Tsunade look at him after the battle and said, Naruto, you can never use this ability again on yourself. You are approaching the limit of my ability to heal you just from that one attack.
No. It wasn't even her ability. It was Kyuubi's ability to regenerate. Like, the
Right, yeah,
fox
that's what I was
itself
right.
would not have
Yeah.
been able to fix him.
She did
Yeah.
Hitting
acknowledge
the,
that it was bad. And
yeah.
she did warn him.
Hayflick limit?
Yeah, hey, flick limit. Yeah, and she quite literally tells him this, and Naruto goes, okay, I promise I will not, I, personally, the real Naruto, will not use the point-blank Wind Rasengan again. And he didn't.
Cubes! Clone spam!
Yeah, cue the suicide clone arc. But,
And then he learned
yeah,
Yeah.
and then he
throw
finally
it.
learned how to
And
throw
then-
it, but...
Yeah, that was honestly was such a good solution too. It's like, all right, I won't do it. Naruto,
My
what's your
clone, on
quote
the other
going?
hand.
I said I wouldn't do it.
I said,
just-
I wouldn't do it.
That clone's a different
My
nerd.
clones aren't me. Technically.
But yeah, so it was a brilliant solution, and he was told he can't do it anymore. So he's like, okay, I can't do it anymore.
adapted.
It's gonna hurt me if I do it again. I won't be able to become Hokage. I won't be able to save the village. I won't do it. And it changed. Fucking Izuku literally had to have his arms put into fucking braces so he couldn't do it anymore before he started kicking things.
Yeah.
Jesus.
That's why I hate Izuku. Also, so yeah, this story is about Naruto isekaiing into Izuku as the world's greatest hero because he's got green hair and whiskers on his cheeks.
What? I'm sorry, what? Whiskers? Why?
Because he's Naruto.
Because he's Naruto. Yeah.
Ugh.
Blah 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 blah. Everyone's taking Izuku, blah blah. They're taking pictures, blah 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 blah. Extras, all my blah blah blah. Midoriya, for real, quirk. They got rid of that rule. You're trying to compete with me. It's not. So literally, despite going through his entire arc as Naruto, he still acts like Izuku.
Well, yes, because he's Izuku now, so he's retarded.
Blah 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 blah. Okay, so I mean, the author doesn't know how to write dialogue. The author doesn't know how to do this. Oh, okay. So the reason why Izuku is acting like Izuku is because actually he now finally, as he's dying, remembers being Naruto. I've been waiting for you, Izuku. How do you know my name? I don't know how to say this, but I'm your ancestor. Wait, ancestor? But how? The only thing I have is your whiskers. Believe it. You're the last of our kind. Our kind? Don't worry, it'll make sense soon. You have chakra now. Wait, so is his parents fucking dead or is he adopted? Because if he's the last of our kind.
You have chakra now, implying that his network just now spawned into existence.
Right, yeah. Like, oh, you almost died. Your chakra network woke up.
Yeah, not you can use chakra now. It's like, no, I just snapped my fingers and suddenly a foreign system is.
Well, to be fair, the Sage did that to Naruto and
That is
Sasuke.
how they work. Yeah. Well, no, he didn't.
Yeah,
well, no,
yeah, he did.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Okay, he didn't spawn a chakra system in them, but he was like, all right, kaboosh, kaboosh. You're now the reincarnations.
No, they were always the reincarnations.
Oh, they were always the reincarnations.
Yeah, but they had access to the special Sage power.
Yeah, I'm referring to the. I'm referring just to the chakra network just popping into existence.
Yeah. All right, so the chakra network thing came from the space bitch. What the fuck's her name? That's directly her.
No, it came from the
her
Sage.
offspring. Well,
Yeah, the
no,
Sage
it came from her. The Sage is her. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
it was
what
from
it
her.
Cringe,
but it came from him because
cringe,
he
wanted to spread it around. He wanted to share it.
Blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Cringe, copy paste. Cringe, copy paste.
But he didn't give people a chakra network. He had children, and they had children, and so on and so forth until a lot of the population were just, had chakra networks.
Okay, quite literally, the first chapter is just a shitty copy-paste, and by shitty copy-paste, I mean literally it is just the opening of My Hero Academia, but the author spelled things wrong and wrote it in poor grammar. So they couldn't even do the bare minimum of copy-pasting.
Of course.
They rewrote it, but worse. Kaguya bought Chakra to the planet, but the sage spread it through Ninshu, and then the humans turned Ninshu into ninjutsus. Indeed, he did. All right, so you know what? We're gonna cut it here, folks. That's enough torture. That was god awful. The My Hero Academia scene continues to be an endless font of unhardened dog shit. So, unfortunately, you know what that does mean? That does mean that you should come